in Twitchland, and welcome to another night of the FODL. That's right, it's the FODL, the first online dart league. And it's Thomas, a.k.a. The Criminal, coming at you for another triple header of darts action. That's right, the Crim in the booth 2 nights in a row. Get out your abacuses and calculators, TI-83s for everybody. The math better be on point tonight. It's a triple header, as I mentioned earlier, starting off with FODL D, then 2 A matches, and you're going to want to stick around, by the way, for that third A match, because it's a doozy potential championship showdown. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's meet the players for our first FODL D contest. Wow, did you see how well I timed that with the go time and the music? That was unintentional, but it was cool. There they are, the Fireman facing off against Music City Madman. 2 members of Team Big Body squaring it off to see perhaps who's the biggest of the bodies. Maybe. We'll find that out. Fireman is from Richmond, Virginia, and last season finishing 7th in FODL D. He'll be throwing the 22-gram Design a Patriot X darts. Hashtag POW, right in the kisser. Music City Madman from Nashville, Tennessee, last season was 4th in the FODL D division. He'll be throwing 23-gram Harrows, Chizzy darts. Hashtag Tensane. You see what he did there? Tensane, like Tennessee. A bit like Tensane. I like that one. It's a clever one. Let's throw up the standings. Talk about what we're looking at here in this FODL D division. Congra, though, saying, well, who did Crim piss off to be casting 2 nights in a row? Well, you know, sometimes you get the short straw, and it just is what it is with that. But we're looking at the standings here. Fireman, if you've listened to the pod, you might know that he's sitting well on the top of the standings, 20 points clear of Music City Madman, who is sitting right there in 2nd place. And of course, if you look at the implications of the FODL D division, not many players going upwards from this division, as of course with the expansion into a FODL E, half of the league will be automatically put in FODL E. 3 through 6 will be playing in the relegation playoffs. Only number 1 is going up to FODL C, and then number 2 spot is huge because that spot is in the promotion playoffs for a chance to go into the C division. So Music City Madman currently sitting in 2nd. Fireman with a right now very comfortable lead in 1st. However, obviously with Music City Madman playing Fireman tonight, a big one-sided win for Music City Madman could put a dent into that lead and perhaps cast some doubt here with 2 weeks remaining in our FODL season. This is the first D match of the week. Well, I guess actually it's not updated. It looks like Liberty Fires and Magic Wizard played earlier today, so I'm not sure if there was any bonus points from that because, you know, shout out to the people who handle the scoring and stuff that, you know, set me up for failure tonight. Nothing's there, so we're just going to assume it's the basics, which is a 5-mark throw for cricket, a 2.0 for cricket, a 30 darter in 501, a 90 minimum throw, and a 41 minimum checkout. Pretty Riley chat already. Magic Wizard Pinball is in there. Looks like he must have had a nice win over Liberty because he's saying he thinks he's back in playoff contention. DeGrubs, Congra, King Rodge, Ario27, Chatter09, and throwing shade at Dilly Dilly is Radar. Let's look at the statistics for these 2 big body members coming in. Pretty close as far as the stats go. Fireman comes in 25th overall in the FODL. In cricket, 2.05. Madman is 35th overall, 1.81. It's the big scoring that's been the difference for Fireman, as he has hit 12% treble and bowl compared to Madman only hitting 8.6%. And 5-mark rounds, that is a huge difference there, with Fireman almost 8%, 5 marks, 4 times higher than Music City at 1.9. However, look at the legs won. Both have been very effective against their other FODL D competition. Fireman winning 88% of his legs, Music City Madman 81%. Against tougher competition, so could be a doozy, and those cricket legs, again, very important, especially to Music City. In 501, look at this, Music City Madman, despite being in 2nd place in the standings, is ahead of the Fireman in the statistical category. 39th overall for Music City, 41st for the Fireman. It's about a 1-point advantage there to Music City. The scoring has been better by Fireman, 55 in the first 9. But maybe it's the finishing or the timeliness of Music City Madman that's been the difference. But look at the legs won. Fireman has done a very good job, 81% of his legs won. And that's the difference in the standings right there. So let's throw it over to our split view camera now. And we'll bring our players' audio back into the fold here. And this is a D division matchup, ladies and gentlemen. So that means 6 legs of darts. 2 are going to be cricket. 4 will be 501. We have the Fireman on the left. Music City Madman is on the right. And if our players are ready to go, we get darts flying. Players ready to kick off this Darts Night on Twitch Wednesday edition.
Ready.
All right, both of our players are ready to go. We got already 20 viewers out there in the chat ready to go. Getting it started on time here with the criminal in the booth for Darts Night on Twitch. Again, Fireman on the left, Music City Madman on the right. 6 legs of darts, D division matchup starting with cricket. Fireman has the darts. Game on.
Shoot 'em well, man. Shoot 'em well.
I like how Fireman said man at the end of that sentence because they are both man, Fireman and Madman. So I respect it. And 220s to start for Fireman. Ario27 needed an extra day to try to figure out why his slobs is crashing. So that's a great looking first start from Music City Madman. I think that's going to be 420s. And it is Blaze It to start for Music City. 420s off the jump of Fireman is coming right back on 19s now.
2.
Well, he's going to use that double. It's worth twice as many, but that's all. So 2 19s, and Madman is content to score some points. He's using the FODL flights. So we know that's a PPR boost right there. There's a very tightly grouped 60. So great start here for Madman in this first leg of cricket. Oh, it was a big first start there from Fireman. 3 19s. However, couldn't fill it up with anything else. But still some decent points on the board there. But Madman looking locked in early. 3 19s, very solid into the single. Nice grouping again, and he's closed up that 19 wedge just like that. Slappy coming in with the early 6. He approves as there's a miss from Fireman. And now Madman moving to the 18s. And he's going to, miss right back. Gentleman's miss there. I respect the game. Says, you missed one, I'll miss one. Keep it square.
2 8s.
And it's going to be 2 18s there for the Fireman as he comes right on the wire with that second dart. Madman still another chance to close.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's going to come up with back-to-back misses there, so perhaps the booth jinx is in order. Bit of a sluggish start there. That looks like another 2-mark round from Fireman, and it is. So 2 more 18s, still not enough to put him in the lead. And it looks like a single 20, single 18 from Madman, so he'll extend the lead a bit, move to the 18s. And I want to apologize ahead to the chat if I keep calling them Madman and Fireman backwards. It's bound to happen. There's a big dart from the Fireman, treble 18, but elected to switch to the 17s and then back to 20s and couldn't close off the 20. Interesting choice there, and we'll see if Madman makes him pay for it. 20's open. Not paid for in full, at least, just a single 20. That does narrow the gap. And another multiple wedge hit from Fireman. He's going to find a double 18 this time, close the 20s, tack on another 17 as well. Oh, it's only a single 18. Wow. It's only a single. Thought it was a double, so still a 3-mark round, though. And more points for Fireman. There's another good round, though, from Madman, opening up the 16 wedge. And so Fireman with a point advantage. See where he wants to go. He's going to go back for more points. I like that strategy there from Fireman a little better. Get 18s to score a little more. Hits a 17 to close that off, then went over to the 16s. Couldn't find it, but still able to now close 2 wedges ahead. Oh, went for a big dart there. Did Madman, but he's going to find 2 16s, cut into the lead once more. He elected to move without getting the lead. We'll see if that comes back to bite him. That's a very close dart. How is it not in the treble? It's only a single. Unbelievable deflection there. So just 2 16s from Fireman, not able to close off. And right back, here comes Madman again. He's going to score 3. So this time, he does stay for the additional points, and now he's up to 180. Ario27 in the chat pointing out that MCM is coming off a big weekend in the Q Cup. Had his first 180, advancing to the knockout stage. Is very true, as there's big darts from Fireman. It looked like a 7, only going to count for 5, but 16s are closed, and then 4 18s for huge points. And that's going to force Music City Madman now to the 15 wedge. Just a dagger from the Fireman there. And Music City not able to get anything started here on the 15, so Fireman in control with a very good MPR that's going to go up. So,
Oh my God, that's only 1.
oh, that's only a single. What? Oh my gosh, it is only a single. Wow. I thought it was a treble 15. So did he as he moved to bull. Madman, though, only able to come back with a single of his own. Deadhead joining the chat. Evening. And that looks to be a miss there from Fireman. I mean, I'm still astonished that that other dart was only a single. I mean, the whole barrel looked like it was in the treble to me. Well, there's 2 more from Madman, so he's got to close now. Tack on 15 points, again cutting into that lead, so put a little pressure here to Fireman to try to close this wedge. But Fireman is up to the task. He's going to do it, so he'll close off the 15s there. And it's going to be up to the bull for a comeback for Madman. And not going to be able to, unfortunately, find any to start out with. And looks like a miss from Fireman as well. Thought maybe a stray into the 18, but no. Well, there's a better visit from Music City Madman. So got a bull, got a stray. That counts as well with that stray 17. Fireman, though, looking for 3 bulls still. And I think that is one. It is. So this time my eyes do not deceive. And a couple close misses and then a single. So Madman working his way steadily to trying to close off the bull. That is a good miss from Fireman. And he will get a stray 18 there. Back to Madman looking for the center. It's another good dart. Oh, again, it's just going to be 1, but he's got it closed now. So Music City can start to score on the bull unless Fireman closes it here. No, just outside there for Fireman. Again, missing into the 18. Good miss. But Madman now can try to score. 15 not going to be worth anything, so nothing there. Fireman looking for 1 bull. And very close, but right outside is Fireman, so he'll find again a stray 18. Doing a good job keeping his strays in his wedges. We'll see if Madman can start to chew into this lead a bit. Nothing there. Maybe a stray 17, but not able to find the center. DJ MyQ's coming in with 100 bits. Thank you very much. And we're still looking for 1 more bull from Fireman. Cannot find it. So once again, Music City Madman, an opportunity. Oh, close with the 3rd, but it looks to be just outside And again, unfortunate that he hasn't missed really into any helpful wedges. That dart is also close. Wow. Those are outside also. Couldn't be any closer from Fireman. Back to Music City. It's going to be all around it again. Both players having a hard time finding the center. Missing very close.
Got it.
Oh, that's going to do it right there. Looks to be with a bullseye. Game shot and the leg to the Fireman. Takes it down. Ultimately, a nice showing there with a couple big rounds. 5 mark in there for sure. And it's going to be 1-0 in favor of the Fireman holding throw. Music City Madman has the darts for the second leg of cricket. Game on. Looks like Yo-Yo Dad has joined the chat. And Music City maybe starting out with the 18s here. Might have got actually 4 of them. Yeah, 4 of them. He's going to pretend that was on target. Speaking of on target, that is a perfect first start from Fireman. How's 620 sound in response? Huge from the Fireman. 620s to kick it off. And Music City going to close, or I'm sorry, he already had 18s closed, so he'll get an extra 18 in there. Slide a 20 as well to start working on the close. And he'll switch down to 16 and find one of those, or I mean, probably a stray for a 19, but counts nonetheless. And Music City working on this 18 wedge he closed earlier. That looks like a good round from Music City. That might be 5 of them. It is 5 18s. Music City Madman coming right back, clapping back. After the big 6 mark to start from the Fireman, actually find himself in the lead. Only 120 there from the Fireman. Look at the MPRs. Both players up above 3. A FODL D, ladies and gentlemen. Going to be a single 20 there from Madman, so not quite able to close. Yo-Yo Dad says face. He liked that 5 mark. King Rodge liked it as well. 186 bits from DeGrubs. Thank you. They're sad faces. I'm not sure why. Why are you so sad? There's a miss from the Fireman. Streamer, I hardly know her. The Dunk. I like it. Thanks for joining. It looks like that it's just going to be the 20 there for Music City Madman. So he is going to manage to close off. So Fireman got to look elsewhere for points. It looks like he'll be trying to kick it right off in this 19 wedge. Those darts are extremely close. But it is 4 19s. Yeah, that first one was in that treble. So still opening a new wedge, but not enough to take the lead. Madman going to extend that lead as well. Good round from Madman there. 2 18s for more cushions. Single 19 to start on the close. And Fireman going to look back at this 19 wedge. Just going to be able to find a single. So Madman still in the lead.
I had only marked 1-8. I'm sorry.
All right, so hit back.
I was too quick.
And then hit at the top center where it says edit other turns. And then you can choose your turn and she'll be able to hit 2 18s.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, so back to Madman. He was just correcting the score there. Proper Dart Connect usage, which I approve, as always. And looks like he's going to come right back. Oh, the second dart was outside, but a good correction on that third. So Music City is going to close off 19s, and this time it's him out in front, dictating Fireman to move. But so far, Fireman has continued to find trebles every time he goes to open a new wedge, but only able to find the treble, so just the 3 17s there. Would have been hoping for more after the first start, and Madman's going to attack directly. And just going to be the one for Music City, and another treble from Fireman. Well, he went for a bit of a heroic visit himself, so once again just walking away with the treble, but this time it is enough to give him the advantage. And now it's Madman who needs to find some points. He's going to sneak the third one in there. It's a big dart because it does give him the advantage. Now up by 11. And this time Fireman elects to stay for more points, so he'll score 2 17s there. Gives him a 23-point lead over Music City. He'll be back at 18s. Oh my goodness. Those darts all touching the wire, but all on the wrong side. Brutal visit there. And Fireman now looking to score some more points. He's gonna hit the 17 there, get points, and then move over to the 16. Try to open up a second wedge. And he's content to let Madman shoot at the 18s right now. Now Music City's gonna find a handful of 4s all right next door again. So not able to find the points there on that wedge. And meanwhile, Fireman's just going to keep pecking away here at this 16. Which he will find a single, so only able to close it. Still not too much punishment. Music City right in this leg. Needs to find something on the 18, though. There's some better darts from Music City. 2 18s put in to cut the deficit to 4. Puresode says he does love some man-on-man action. So Fireman going to stick with the strategy. He'll take a 17. Oh, actually, he misses 17, so no points. But he did move over to 15s to try to open again a third wedge now. And Music City is going to find the 18 there to take the point lead. But now Fireman with some extra wedges opened could make for an interesting finish to this leg. As a single 17 from Fireman puts him right back on top. Nice little point battle we got here. Oh, that might be the big dart he's been looking for.
It's a single.
Oh, it's just a single 18. Thought it was a treble. It was once again on the wire, but it is enough. Got a 17 in there also. Well, speaking of darts on the wire, Fireman going to find 2 wired treble 17s there that are singles and a single 15. So a good 3 mark in response. Once again, Music City remains in striking distance here. A big miss, though, for Music City. We'll see what Fireman wants to do now. He's going to stick to the same strategy. It's been working. So this time he went up for the 18s with the third. Didn't find it, but he did find one more 17, one more 15. So he's now closed the rest of the bottom half. And it looks like Music City is making a switch to maybe try to close off some of Fireman's wedges. And meanwhile, Fireman says, sure, go for it. I'm going to take a 17 and then hit a single 18 and start closing there. Okay, so now I see what Madman's doing. He's decided he's not feeling the 18 wedge. He's going to go right for the bull here. That's a great start on the bull. So 2 of them. And the 18s are going to remain open as well. Just, again, a single 17 to start, 1 18. Fireman just kind of doing the stick and move strategy. Oh, that's a close start. Oh, it's just 1 18. That brutal deflection there into the treble 4. There's the close of the 18s now for Fireman. Looks like a single 17 as he has just got a magnet on that wedge right now. So Madman a force to the bull. But let's see if he wants to make it maybe a bull race first. He is going to close off 17s. So enough of the wedge that Fireman has done most of his damage on. Fireman, though, is going to go right for bull. He needs 3. And it's going to be a miss to start for Fireman. So let's see what Music City wants to do. He has 2 bowls already. He's going to go right for it. And he's going to sneak a third in there, it looks like. May have missed into the 15 as well. Oh, it's actually 2 bowls in there. So points from the center by Madman. And Fireman not able to find anything this time. So now Madman. Oh, he does get a bowl in there on the 3rd dart. Wow, it's in there. Wow, Madman is locked into the bowl. Tack on another. So starting to chip away as that lead erodes 25 points at a time. But now it's Fireman looking for 2. Might have found a stray 15 there. Big if true, and it is. So Madman now going back to work on the bowls. It's another great visit from Music City Madman on the center. 2 more bowls, nearly had a third in there, and now he's actually in the point lead. Fireman, though, with 16s and 15s open. He's going to hit a single 16, so this is interesting now. Tied in points. Madman needs to close 2 wedges. Fireman needs to close bowls. Big strategy choices here coming up. And Madman says, I'm locked in on the center. I'm going to stay. Good darts from Madman. Another bull. Went for the 16 on the 3rd. Didn't find it, but now 25 points is huge. As it's just a single 16 from the Fireman. So Madman actually with a lead now. Not tied anymore. And he wants more. He's not going to be able to keep that streak of bowl visits going, though, as he comes up empty here. Fireman still needs points to get back on top. And he is going to find a single 16 there, so enough to vault him back into the lead. Some nervy darts here from both at the end of the leg. Big pressure moments. That looks like a bowl is snuck in there on the 3rd from Madman. Again, 25 points. Oh, that is a big 3rd dart from Fireman, as he's going to find 4 16s there, so he finds the treble, and that puts him once again back on top. You heard the exclamation. And Madman's got another in the bowl. Might even be 2. It's just 1, so it's just a single. But again, he's back in that bowl. The question is, can Fireman find it? There's 1. And he'll do it again with the bullseye! Game shot and the leg to the Fireman. Was a great battle there, back and forth. Music City Madman finding 10 bulls to try to get a comeback, but Fireman with some big darts down the stretch, and ultimately closing it off with that bullseye. Going to take a sweep of cricket to the Fireman. We'll move to 501. Fireman has the darts. Game on. Chatter09 says, that a boy, Fireman. Good fight. Great last darts. Jules saying, what a leg. That was a fun leg right there. Great comeback from Music City. Just didn't quite have the big darts. That treble 16 from Fireman ultimately making the difference as Fireman kicks off with the 45. There's a good start, it looks like, from Music City. Might be a ton. Could be just 60, though. Could be 41 as well. Could also be 22. Oh, it's a ton 40! Whoa, I didn't guess that one. Beautiful darts from Music City. I could tell the darts were close. Yeah, ton 40. What a start for Music City Madman. Did not see that coming. And there's a breakfast right back from the Fireman. So as we do here in the FODL, that's the first online dart league, we always ask you, the audience, an official breakfast question. That looks like it may be a 79. No, just a 43. Official breakfast question. And yeah, I've been asking the opinion-related questions in the chat. I don't see your dad's GF this time, as that looks like a 60 or maybe a 74 put in from Fireman. So I'm going to ask another opinion-related question. I just want to know, chat, who's your favorite darter? Simple question, but I want to know. Who's your favorite? Let me know in the chat. There's a 9 from Music City. Still a great start as another breakfast is put in from the Fireman. We'll see if Music City can get back on track. Looks like a 22 Roadhouse. Yo-Yo Dad was asking earlier if there's any female darters in the league. Dr. Feelgood is still there. She hasn't been on cast yet this season. Oh, that looks like huge darts from the Fireman. That might be a ton 33 there. And it is! 133! Unbelievable. Both players finding effectively 7-mark rounds here in this first leg of 501. The 140 for Madman now answered by a 133 from the Fireman. Huge darts as Madman puts in a breakfast. Let me know your favorite darter in the chat. That's the question. As both of our players now are looking to be in checkout position. There's a nice 58 there from the Fireman, so he is going to be first to, I'm sorry, 59, so he'll be first to a finish. See if Music City can get there. He's going to find himself 38, so he'll be sitting just above the 200 range. Fireman 138, and it's off. Great third dart, though, from Fireman. He is finding the trebles. It's 80 scored. 63 average right now for the Fireman. Oh, no, it's just a 2 from Music City there. He went full crim. You hate to see it. Fireman requires 58. And he's going to find it on that third dart. Game shot and the leg to the Fireman. A very, very tidy 24 darter concluding with the 58 checkout. Hello. That's a 63 average in FODL D. What is happening right now? Music City Madman's going to try to get himself on the board. He'll have the darts. Game on. Wow. What a leg from really both players there, but Fireman came on late, very strong. That ton 33, and then just great darts from there on in. Checks out his first attempts at the board. What more could you really ask for as he takes a 24 dart leg? And nice start here from Music City as he finds a 60. There might be another breakfast there from Fireman. Didn't affect him in the first leg as he threw 2 breakfasts and still won. Oh, that's a beautiful dart. So Madman off to a great start. Again, that looks like 70 scored. So his first 9 is looking strong. And I think that's just going to be 33 down there for Fireman. So Madman looking to get on the board here. Can still level this match. And he's going to go high a bit again there, 23. You know, it happens to me a lot when I'm really trying to straighten out the dart, overextend a bit, release a little early, and it just goes blue right over the top. 57's put in there from Fireman, so he's made a switch down to 19s. As there's a 22, another Roadhouse put in from Music City. Excuse me. 59 scored this time from Fireman, so the switch to 19s has worked out well for him so far. Both players now level actually at 326. Chat going crazy after that last leg. What a checkout, says streamer I hardly know her. I wonder if they're a Fireman fan. I have no way of knowing. There's a 39 from Madman. Pits2 saying, wow. Chatter09 saying, Fireman having a great season. As another good dart put in. Looks like a 73. 70. Yeah, it must have been, yeah, okay, treble 3. Yep, that makes sense to me. And it looks like Madman is going to find a 43 there. I don't think... Oh, it is in the treble 18, so 79 actually. Big darts to respond back from Music City. Fireman was looking for a 9 mark in the 5 wedge. Almost found it. He'll take 50 scored, though. And again, both players at the 50 average mark. If I was in this match right now, I'd probably be losing 3-0 myself to either player. That is just going to be a 5, though, from Music City. Those single-digit scores are hurting him the way Fireman's throwing. See if he can bounce back next visit. Meanwhile, see if Fireman can get to a checkout. Looks like a 45. No, just a 26. So now Music City has the chance to be the first to a finish. And a 39 there from Music City. I like the way that he composed himself there, thought the math out. Great job. And a good job to avoid a bogey. Fantastic work there from Music City. Fireman, though, meanwhile, comes back with a 82. Big darts to put him underneath 100, but Madman, 164. Oh, it's definitely off now. That first dart was very close. Hard to tell. Looks like might be 28, might be 68. It is just 28 from Madman. Fireman requires 95. And he's going to find a 23 there. Back to Music City for 136. And looks like 40 put in for Music City, so he's going to put some pressure here to Fireman, who requires 72. Oh, boy. Double 16. Inside the double 16. That second dart, a little scary. Almost busted, but didn't. Never a doubt. Music City requires 96.
No, there was doubt.
So I think he hit an 18 on the set. I couldn't quite tell, so I didn't want to say anything. This will be 25 scored for him. Fireman requires double 8. And he's going to find it on that third. Game shot and the leg to the Fireman. Tidy doubling here as he is not missing very many chances to end these legs. He's now got 4 on the spin, on the trot, on the bounce, on the skip in a row. And he's going to have the darts to try to keep it going. Game on. 53 average right now for Fireman through 2 legs. I mean, Music City Madman has been throwing 40 plus for most of it, which is no slouch in the D division. But right now, Fireman is just taking it to a different level. 52 score to start. Pitts 2 saying, Fireman, welcome to FODL C. I'm not sure if it's mathematically set or not, but it might be now. There's a 60. Yo-Yo Dad says, Fireman breaking out the big hose tonight. There's an 81 with 2 double 20s. Yorkshire style. Now, Music City is off to another good start. Look at the grouping on those 3 darts. All in the same hole for 60.
There it is.
As there's another breakfast. Let me know your favorite player in the chat. I don't know if anybody answered. Trying to scroll back up. Bristow, Michael Smith. Menser. Duzza. Hawaii 501. There's a nice ton put in from Music City. I read the chat for 1 second. Jockey Wilson, Raymond Red Barteveld, Congra was an answer. Chizzy, Peter Wright. There's a 41 put in. DeGrubs is going to change his answer, he said. I'll allow it. Looks like another double deuce. This time it's a Tay-Tay, feeling 22. It looks like a 33. I think one of my favorite players is Peter Wright, personally. I kind of liked Vandenberg as well. There is a 53 actually from Music City Madman. Yeah, 53. So he's off to another great leg here. 59 average. Fireman switching back down to these 19s. Going to find himself 41. And we'll see if Madman can be the first to a checkout. DJ McHughes, just tell me again, because I'm not trying to scroll back up again. There's too much going on. There's a 45. So good math again to not leave a bogey from Music City. Fireman 41, going to be a little bit outside checkout position. Madman requires 161.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
That looks like 23 there from Music City. Oh, he said Leonard Gates because of his math. I see what you did there. Whoa! Whoa! Dart coming in your living room. That's a 6. Scored from Fireman with a brutal bounce out. Got some air. Hang time. Music City requires 138. It's going to be off, and looks like 41 scored, so he'll be sitting under a ton. Fireman not on a finish yet after that bounce out. Unfortunate. Looks like a 31 there. So he is on a finish now, but Madman 97.
Oh, come on.
Oh, couldn't find the big 20 on the third dart, but he'll still be sitting on 59. Fireman 149 is going to be off. As another breakfast, Fireman just a hungry boy right now. Madman requires 59. Tops. Oh, wow, it's just on the wire. Thought he was going to best Fireman's check out by 1. Fireman 123, it's going to be off again. And 17. Not so sweet 17 from Fireman there, I believe. And Madman requires 40. To the rascal. Just outside there. Was a good effort at it. Not able to get it in there yet. Fireman now 106 to steal. Looks like 51, I think, there. So we'll cut the score in half. Basically, Madman the rascal. Just inside double 5. Oh, my gosh. You could hear the wire click on both of those attempts as they're inside. Fireman now looks for 55. Got to clean it up. Not.
Come on, not math.
Not the droids he was looking for right there.
It was off by 10.
Music City Madman requires 5. Unfortunately, going to bust on that first start. Fireman went full dilly on that last turn. We'll see if he can recover. Requires 42. I believe that is the single, so now it's going to be double 12. Outside, so not yet. Madman still with the chance to get on the board, requiring 5. Oh, and Madman cannot find the madhouse. He hit the triple one by accident. Left in the madhouse. Now double 12 for Fireman. Double 6 now. Outside. So now, can the Madman become less mad from the madhouse? And the answer is yes. Game shot and the leg to Music City Madman. He says, shut the door. Get this straitjacket off of me. I'm out of here. I'm out of the madhouse. Sanity intact. He's on the board 4-1 now with the break a throw there. And he's going to have the darts here in the final leg of this first match. Game on. There's a breakfast to start from Music City. DeGrub says that Crim is his favorite. No matter what, you're going to get an hour of something funny. Mirth? I don't know what mirth is. So it's the most to Grub's answer of all time to use a word that I don't know what it means. There's a back-to-back breakfast from Music City, so he's got on the board and he's decided he's ready for a snack. Amaranth is in the chat as there's a 7 put in for Fireman. Amaranth MNE, thanks for joining in. Train laughing at the full dilly. Lots of never go full dilly comments. That looks like a 41 from Music City Madman there. And Amaranth, you just got yourself banned. Boom. Headshot. 48 for Fireman. I just took the ban hammer to his face. To the face. There's a 55 from Music City Madman. Streamer I hardly knew her goes, deuces. Having fun with the chat. There's a slew of 7s, 5 of them. I can do that math. 35 for the Fireman as both players taking a bit of a dip here in this last leg. Another breakfast put in. Actually, that might be 28 this time for Music City. Well, it was a breakfast. And a 45 in response from the Fireman. Pits 2, if you're in the chat still, let me know if Fireman is mathematically promoted now. I'm thinking probably is. That looks like a nice cover shot from Music City Madman there, 94. Great shot into the treble 18. Treble 18's been one of his favorite targets tonight, but he couldn't hit the single 18 earlier. Kind of a weird enigma there, as that might be a ton. Oh, it's only 60 from Fireman. Tough deflection right above. And 41 there for Music City, so he'll be again close to checkout position. Mario27 goes, see ya! All right, let's see if Music City Madman can get a good setup here. And a nice 42 put in, so that's going to put him on a nice even checkout. We'll have to see if he goes bullseye, bullseye, bullseye to finish. I don't know if that's the Krim-approved route, but if it happens in FODL D, I would lose my absolute mind. There is a 28. Actually, if it happened in any division, I would lose my mind. 150 required for Madman. And just into the corner of that 5, so we'll be off. Looks like a 40 scored. Yeah, 40 scored there for Music City. And just going to be 22 from the Fireman, so it was unable to find all 3 darts in the scoring area. Music City 110. Oh, now he finds the treble. And he'll be left on 48 there. Fireman at 187, not on a finish yet. Yeah, he's going to get to one. Whoa! That dart literally into your living room. That thing, I mean, that just drilled that wire. That's a weird way of scoring 93 for Fireman. You don't see that one too often. Music City Madman's got 48. Tops. Oh, just inside. You could hear it there. Exhaled. Was very close. Fireman 94. Double 17. Menser. Double 14. Oh, couldn't find it. Would have been an unorthodox route, but an impressive one nonetheless. He'll be left on the Rascal after 74 scored. Madman looking for the Rascal. He's just inside again. Stingy Rascal tonight. Now double 5. Oh, Oh, not able to find it there. We'll see if Rascal will say yes to Fireman. Oh, he's gone into the 6. But he cleans it up well with the double 7. Game shot and the leg to the Fireman. He's going to take it with a 5-1 victory and some impressive darts from both players here. Fireman clinical on the finishing, just doling out punishment there, not giving Music City Madman very many opportunities. And that was the difference, really, in this 5-1 contest. We'll go over now to some post-game interviews here. Excuse me. Starting with Music City Madman. First, just happy to have 3 Team Big Body members all here on the same screen. So that's nice right there. Do not adjust your screens at home. We all hope that you've got that nice 18:9 wide vision for what we're looking at right here. Music City blessing it there. So Music City, you came in, obviously you've had a good rivalry here with Fireman over the last couple seasons. You guys have been really competing both for those automatic promotion spots. You came in 1-2, or 1 and 2 here in the standings in this one. You knew you had a big task ahead. He's been throwing well. Did you put any extra pressure on? What were you looking forward to in this matchup?
Well, first, Duncan, nice game, man. You've been throwing well.
Thanks, man. You too, man. You too.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I was coming in thinking maybe I had some mo from the weekend, and maybe I could, if I could get a 4-2 or a 3-3, that would be awesome. But, 5-1, that's rough. I'm not practicing much. I mean, outside the matches, I'm not really throwing that much. I just don't have any of the time, so that's no excuse. But it's a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing with me. I either show up or I don't, and tonight I didn't show up. I couldn't get the scoring, and my cricket was off. I'll at least split a cricket, but not today. So.
Yeah, you kind of ran into a bit of a juggernaut there when Fireman was hot in those first couple legs, especially of both crickets and 501. Tough to really do anything. I feel you on the Jekyll and Hyde. I mean, it looked like we did see, I don't know I can't remember which one's the good one. Jekyll?
Dr. Good one.
Yeah, so we did see some Jekyll, had some big scores, but then a little bit of the inconsistency. Do you think that is just because of the kind of the lack of the consistent practice time that maybe you've had? Because we see the potential there, just weren't quite able to string it together for the full match.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a lack of consistency. It's not getting out and throwing for 2 or 3 days at a time. It's but that's not. I mean, listen, if I want to make the time, I can make the time. But that being said, I'm still showing improvement. I'm still, I'm very happy with my performance this year so far. It's been a lot of fun. I've had some success against people that I haven't had any success against before, so that's always encouraging. I tell you, that ton 40 at the beginning, I thought I was on something.
Yeah, I say that to myself usually like every third visit. I'm like, oh, there it is. I figured it out. And then the next turn I throw an 11, and I'm like, yeah, no, I figured out nothing.
Move. I came out here at 6:15. I was like, I'm gonna get some throws in. Well, I'm Central Time, so 6:15, and I'm throwing great in practice. No pressure, throwing them great. Get on camera, and I'm getting more comfortable with the camera. I am, that's for sure. But what are you gonna do?
Well, yeah, it's all going to be a work in progress, and you still got 2 weeks left to try to solidify that second position, which is huge. The way the FODL D promotion relegation playoff picture is going to work, that second position is the only other one that gets a chance to go for FODL C. You got Blade Mao this week, you got Liberty Fires next week to finish the season. So based on your history, certainly an opportunity against both those players to capture some legs to solidify. What are you looking forward to as you wrap up your season here during the holidays?
What I'm looking forward to is Ravens fan Blade Mao. I don't know why, but whatever. I'm coming after it. I know that. And
well, we're looking forward to that one as well. As a Cowboys fan, you can go get them for what the Ravens did to us and rushing for 300 yards on national television for like the 4th time against us this season. So take care of that. Music City, some good darts from you tonight. If we don't see you on stream again before the holidays, man, have a great holiday. Be safe, and good luck the rest of the season.
You too, everybody. Thanks for the cast. And Duncan, great job, man. Keep slinging them. I'm rooting for you.
Thanks, man. I'm hoping you pull that second place.
Oh, I'm
Get
going
him well
to.
the rest of the season, man.
I'm going to.
Team Big Body never lets us down. Let's go over now to the Fireman. So I'm sure, Fireman, that you do listen to the pod. You've been getting praised every week, and we see now here on stream in a big matchup, we see why you're getting that praise as you came out and got the big win here. Sorry, I lost your face. I'm trying to find where you are again.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, there we are. Hold on one second. I can't multitask. Let's get this out of the way. There we go. So yeah, we've been seeing you throw really, really well. A huge improvement, especially over the last season, and just putting kind of everything together this season. Just first talk about in general, obviously one of the best seasons of your FODL career so far. What's been different this season versus the first couple seasons you joined us?
Working from home. The way I have everything set up, the wall that I'm behind or in front of right now is literally where my desk for teaching is, which is where my hockey and my board is. So I have 5-minute breaks in between my classes. I'll stand up and be like, how many times can I check out 40 in the 5 minutes I have, stuff like that. So I've just been practicing a lot more doubles in every opportunity I get, really just in between classes while I'm teaching. I use it to kind of de-stress in between classes, stuff like that. So really it's just working from home. I mean, it's not something I would say that I'm blessed with. I'm sure we all wish that we weren't in a pandemic and that this wasn't the case, but my darts game took an up for it. So I guess you got to find the small wins.
Yeah, certainly in the environment that we're in, any little thing that you can kind of pull to get some sanctity, to get some sanity out of this, looks like you've been doing it well, because, I mean, you've been throwing great. Let's talk about your start to the match. Outstanding in the cricket, swept a very solid cricket opponent, and then the first leg of 501 just came out blazing there. I think it was like a 24 darter, really nice finishing. I mean, just some solid darts really throughout, and I'm trying to do quick head math. I believe that you almost are locked in, if you're not mathematically locked in, to the top spot. So talk about the start that you had and how important that was, getting off to a good start about Music City, and then after that talk about what you might be looking forward to in the FODL B or FODL C division next season, should you hang on to that auto promotion spot.
I was surprised that I came out hot against Music City. We've played twice before, I think. We were 1-1. We were tied with each other. I mean, I love playing him. We've talked a couple times during this season, and I knew how good he is. Like, I saw what happened this weekend when he took off. He was like the lone pot 4 person to make it out of the group stage. So I've always known he can throw. I know that there was a chance that if I kind of messed up, he could always catch up to me. And if I don't keep playing well the rest of the season, he could overtake me in the standings, and I'd rather that not happen. So I just kind of tried to keep my head down. I tried that new strategy of closing everything out around him so that he really only had the 18s. Still kind of came back to almost bite me in the ass. But, yeah, just tried to throw my best, kind of let it slide back. I've been kind of in a slump the past week or two. And I kind of fell back into that during that 5th leg. But I'm looking forward to getting played against some new people in C. I don't think I've played many people in C before. So getting the chance to play some new people. I'm really excited for FODL E. I know I've said it before in the group chat and other places. I love this league, and I'm glad to see that we're growing. And it's exciting times for the league. So I'm excited.
Well, we appreciate that, and who knows? Maybe I'll be playing you next season in FODL C. We'll be finding out. I'll be looking forward to myself. To make sure that you make it to that C division, you got 2 more matches left. Adnak, one of the rookies, and then, of course, Blade Mount, one of your old foes. I'm guessing you'll probably only need to win 2 or 3 legs out of those matches total to guarantee it, if it's not already guaranteed. What are you looking forward to in those 2 matches?
I'm just going to try and keep putting the pressure on, keep practicing, working on my own throwing, and try and just not pay attention to what could be and just keep pushing forward to the goal of being promoted. You can't take anybody lightly. I haven't played against Adnak, but I'm pretty sure he's in 3rd place, and not by much. He's pretty close to Music City, so he's been playing really well. And I mean, Blade Mao, he's a good dart thrower. I mean, it's hit or miss. He's kind of like the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde reference. It's all about which version of Blade shows up. But, I mean, we've seen what Blade can do. He can throw well, so just got to keep my head down and keep throwing darts and hope that I can squeak out a couple more wins and make it to C.
Well, we'll enjoy getting to see that here down the stretch. A great win for you tonight, Fireman, 5-1. Some fantastic darts. And just like I said to Music City, if we don't get a chance to see you, which we might not if you're making the auto bid, no playoffs for you to appear on. Wish you the best holidays and, of course, a safe holiday for you as well. Great match tonight.
Thank you. Happy holidays, guys. Thanks for casting, Krim.
Absolutely. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Check out the FODL merch store, www.fodartleague.com/store. That's www.fodartleague.com/store. Get your FODL merch. Ornaments, clothing, hats, patches, koozies, clocks, and probably more. Check it out. Buy the merch and rep the FODL everywhere you go. 2 more matches to come up here on Darts Night on Twitch. This is the Criminal in the booth for you for the first online Dart League. That's the FODL 2A matches coming up. So do not go anywhere. More darts when we return. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Darts Night on Twitch here with the FODL. It's the first online Dart League. This is Thomas, aka the Criminal, coming at you in the booth. Apologize for the slight bit of an extended delay there. I've got a special treat for you, and you'll see why. But first, let's talk about the FODL Weekly real quick. Red Rascal and Pepe Le host the FODL Weekly, your weekly podcast about all things FODL. You can write into the FODL Weekly and be a part of the podcast. FODLWeeklyPodcast@gmail.com. FODL Weekly Podcast at gmail.com. Write in. They appreciate it. Have your email read on air. Maybe you'll even get the famous podcast boost to your darting average. Anyway, that's that. Let's meet the players for the next match. That's right. You see, it's a FODL A contest there between the Train and the author of the Train from Okotoks, Alberta, last season 4th in FODL A, throwing the 22-gram darts corner squadron darts, hashtag off my tracks. The author from Harrisonburg, Virginia, last season 8th in FODL A, 22-gram data dart, Jockey Wilson's for him, hashtag King, author 180. Let's take a look at the standings for FODL A. So pretty competitive A division here, though some bits and pieces are starting to shake out a bit. Left Hand Hooligan and King Rodge are currently sitting in those 1 and 2 spots, pretty comfortably, and they'll be playing next. And what's going to be a huge match for the top of FODL A. Put your eyeballs towards the bottom, and you see the author sitting down there, 9 points behind Red Rascal. Red Rascal with a big win over Lasercat last night on cast. So author trying to get some points here off the Train to keep pace. The Train, meanwhile, is now out of the playoff picture and only 1 point ahead of Lasercat in the potential relegation picture. Can you imagine? The Train, a semifinalist last season, not safe from relegation. FODL A is crazy, y'all. But he's also not a part of the playoffs and really pretty far back. So if he wants to make a late playoff push, he needs a big win here and really needs to make sure he's getting something on the scoreboard to stay out of that relegation zone, as Lasercat is now nipping at his heels. Here's what we got so far. For the high throws, 7 mark, 3.15 MPR, 16 dart leg, 180 tossed by Surgeon, 103 checkout by Surgeon. So not very many bonus points going to come easily for these two players. Let's throw up some statistics. Train comes in at 7th overall in the FODL in cricket. Author at 31st in the FODL. So he has had a rough go in cricket. Train 2.47 MPR. Author only a 1.88. That's actually lower than Fireman right now. Author is missing half of his darts. Train is doing much better job in the scoring. And Author has only won one leg of cricket this season, 6.3%. Train has won half. So Author needs to turn that around quickly if he wants to get some big points in this matchup. In 501, it's a lot closer, 8th and 14th respectively. Train's about 54.5. Author's 51.5. Train is doing a little bit better in the scoring. Look at that ton plus there, 11% to 7. And again, both players really struggling to win legs despite playing some of the weaker competition in terms of average against in FODL A. So we'll have to see what happens there. Let's go to the split view, which, boom, there you see the treat. And why it took me so long to kind of get things going here is I had to get set up our dual cams, because that's right, we are doing a little dual cam experience in this one. So that's a little surprise for those of you out there in the chat, and that's why it took me so long to get set up. But we got the Train on the left, we got Author here on the right. It is an A division match. That means it's going to be 9 legs of darts, 2 of cricket, 7 of 501. It looks like that Author has won the cork, so Author will be throwing first in this contest. And we also do have a FODL D matchup, a big one for playoff implications up there in the top of your screen, is Adanac facing off against Mac Attack, currently with Adanac up. Oh God, those two, Mac Attack, Adanac, say that 5 times fast. Those two going off. Adanac currently up 1-0. Looks like Author has won the dart, so he'll be throwing first here for cricket. If my players are ready, I should probably ask them that when we bring their audio back in. Players, you ready to go?
Let's do it, Crim.
Good to go.
All right, both players are ready. I'm ready. Thanks again for waiting out there in the chat. We got a dual cam matchup here. Author's on the right with the darts for cricket. Game on.
Hey, shoot him well, Train.
Shoot him well, Author.
And so we get to see each player's throw now. Enjoy roasting them in the chat. There's going to be 3 20s to start for the Author. And the Author immediately with the duct tape shoes going. I love it. Train going to come back with just a single 19. So we've seen Train on the dual cam experience before. We haven't seen Author on here in a while with a dual cam, as he's going to come back with a big round. I think it is. Yes, 7 mark. 4 20s blaze it and 3 19s to close. Huge darts there from the Author. And now Train forced to move to his favorite target, 17s. His supposed favorite target, just a single. So slow start for Train, hot start for Author. And Author content to just punish away some points. He's going to tack on an extra 20 there. Very different looking throw styles. Train, of course, with a little bit of the hendo in him. He's kind of got that little rock back and forth. So 2 17s for him. Author, a very quick thrower of the dart. And he's got a little rapid Ricky. Look at him filling up 9 3s for the Author. It's a 9-mark round in Australian cricket, and here it's worth 0. That's a miss. That's a miss. Pitts 2 already saying jank. Everyone talking about how Author looks thin but doesn't have any follow-through. Let's see. Looks like a 3 mark for Train. Yeah, he did sneak all 3 in there. We'll see if Author's now self-consciously thinking about the follow-through as he throws. See, that's the fun part. The first start was nice and smooth and shanked into the 2, but he does clean it up for 2 17s. Chatter09 says follow-through overrated. Yeah, guys, I have a great follow-through. I have a great follow-through, and I suck. There's 2 17s for Train, so a little point battle back and forth. I apologize for the chat that I didn't pay attention to anything that happened in between matches there. I'm sorry. I was just focused on trying to get all this set up as fast as possible, so apologize for that. Going to be a single 17 there from the Author. Oh, DJ Mike Q's like also in the good follow-through club, so yeah, it doesn't mean anything. There's 2 18s from Train, so still off to kind of a sluggish start. He hasn't had the big visit. Author riding that 7-mark round still. And there's a nice turn from the Author again. Treble 20 for him. Single 18. So another 4-mark. Congra says, just looking at my throw has helped Jules Echo improve. That's a big third there from Train. So wayward with the first 2, but was able to correct to a treble 18 on that 3rd dart. And Author, meanwhile, only able to get a single 20 for a little bit more point cushion. And looks like just another single 18 from Train. I think my favorite thing about the dual cam is, how, just the way video stuff works. Sometimes it's a little funny. Train throws his dart, and then it's like 4 seconds later it shows up in the board. It's like it makes it seem like he's lobbing it so impossibly gently when obviously he is not. Author's going to close up the 18s there, get an extra 20 as well. So Train going to move now to 15s. It's a good start on it. And he's going to find 4 of them there, so good visit to open up that wedge. And Author once more. He's playing the safe version, which I don't mind. Almost found the treble 15 right in the corner of the treble 10. 2 more 20s for more points. Benny X31 is loving the biceps on the Train as he finds another treble 15. How's a 5 mark on the 15s? Train's starting to get it going here, but is it too late? He's still behind. Author with 2 extra wedges open. And Author picking and choosing here with 2 more 20s, went down to the 15 for 1. Repat says Train must throw from 16 feet. And he'll find a 3 mark there all around the treble once again. DJ Mike Hughes says regulation Train tie distance. I like it. That looks like a single 20, single 15. So Author getting close to closing off that 15 wedge, but meanwhile, Train is closing the gap. And it's another 3. Once again, all around that treble, but now it's actually enough to be on top. Oh, and a big third dart from the Author. Looked like it was going to be a slack turn. Salvaged it with the treble 20 on the third. The Train right back into the treble. That is looking like only 4. Very close to 6. It is just 4. Author this time, though, able to find the 20s and the close of 15. So gonna make Train move on to a new wedge. And a good start on it again from Train. He might have accidentally closed 19s there. He did. Maybe on purpose, actually. I'm not sure. But he did hit 4 16s. 19s closed. So now it's just 1 wedge to 1. However, it is Author with 20s against 16s, and Author does find 2 20s there. And there's going to be 2 16s from Train. Not enough to take the lead. The chat has just entirely turned to Train's workout regimen and biceps. I don't know where your dad's GF is, but she should be here right now. There's a single 20 from the Author. Core's curls must be a part of it, as we hear Author opening up with certainly a Miller Lite. Oh, but Train can't close 20s. He went for it, stayed there too, and only was able to find a single 20. So Author can still score there, which again, he's keeping the same strategy. First 2 darts at the 20, third dart at the 16, but he's only able to find a single 20. Train back to work on the 16 wedge. That is a good looking second dart. Third comes just slow, but is it 4 or only 2? It's, oh wow, it's only 1. Wow. Super close there from Train to the treble. I thought it was in there. And Author this time right to the 16s for 3. He's had enough of that. He says, let's just put an end to this. And he's going to close it off. Look at the MPRs in this one. Train with a considerably higher MPR right now. But it's because it's all on 15s and 16s, and Author's hitting 20s. And Train, meanwhile, tried to make it a bull race and couldn't find the 20, only a single. So we'll see if Author goes to punish. He's going to. That looks like 420s. Is it 4? I don't see it put in. It is 4. There it is. So huge. So Train unable to close that 20 wedge costs him 80 points. As Author with massive punishment there. Train went to the bull, had one bounce out. Thanks a lot, Nodor. And Author now needs 3 bulls. It's a bull race. Make it 2. He'll only need 2 more. Train is going to need 7. That's a good start. He's going to find at least 3, I think. It is 3. So a little sweatier now for Author, who's still looking for 2. Needs a bullseye. Not going to find any. So Train here with an opportunity. 4 bulls would be enough. That's a great start. Bullseye. Oh, he can't quite squeeze it in. Unbelievable. It's only 3 with the hat trick. Nearly found it. Author now needs 2. There's 1 third dirt. And he's going to find it. Game shot and the leg to the Author. Taking it down. Unbelievable there. Stealing it, or maybe not quite stealing it, but hanging on to beat the Train in that one. Train with a higher MPR. You rarely see it. Higher MPR, but losing. Author doing a great job keeping his big wedge open and using it for points. 31-20s hit, and that was the difference in that one. Now it's going to be Train to try to clap back in the second leg of cricket. Game on. Wow, was so close. Was so close. And then Author with really some great darts to come back and hit 2 after all that momentum. And speaking of 2, Train going to start with 2. Lots of sexes, wows, finishing. Wow, that was a fun leg. As looks like maybe 4. Oh, actually 6. Shanghai 19's there for Author, utilizing the double. So off to a big start again. And there's a nice 3 mark on the 20s in response. Congra, he loves cricket. And I agree. It's fun to watch. You get the back and forth aspect, a lot more pressure, in my opinion, than just like watching someone miss doubles. There's a 419 round from Author. A lot more opportunity for like big scores as well throughout, because you know anyone can hit a 9 mark at any time. There's some big darts. Speaking of big darts and big scores, Blaze It 420s. As a single 19 there, only from the Author in response, but still in the lead. Benny X31, he agrees. This game is awesome. It's awesome when the FODL does it. And there's a Train. He says not quite full Shanghai, but he'll go with the double and a treble for 520s here. Slinger says dual cam mandatory next season. Sure, maybe. Could do it. Maybe do it. There's a treble 19, but only the treble 19 from Author. It is not enough to give him the lead. And Train is going to take a page out of the Author's book here and say, you know what, I'll just keep scoring. And another 320s is a solid way to put points on the board. And Author with a nice little 5 mark right back. Very casual looking throw, but it's effective. 519s, and look at the averages in this leg. 3.8 and 3.4. It's just a great points battle. Classic points battle, 20 and 19. As Train, another 320s, back on top once again. King Rodge says, what I miss. As Author almost went Shanghai again there. I think it is 419s and a single 20. Oh, it's actually 519, so he did get the double and the treble. Utilizing the double to get back in the lead. A 4.2 MPR for Author right now. Train with a 3 mark there. Takes a 1 point lead. He's got a 3.3. Author went for the hero dart, but this time could not find it. Just a single 19 for him. King Rodge says, what I miss? You missed a great match from Fireman and Music City. Really both playing very well, but Fireman with an impressive 5-1 win. And then you missed a very exciting first leg of cricket here where Train had the higher MPR, but Author won the leg, came down to the bowls, and Train was millimeters away, micrometers even, from winning it. That's just a single 20 there from Train. Big darts again from the Author. Might be another 419s. Oh, it's only 2. Everybody predicting 1,000-pointer now. Well, we're already halfway there, and we're only in 1 wedge apiece. And the circle game is off, so... There's just 2 20s for Train here. He was sitting on the blaze, couldn't reblaze. And Author has closed off now the 20s with that treble 20, single 19, treble 20. So he'll be the first to force Train to move. And Author, after 10 rounds, maintaining that 3.4 MPR, just pounding away the 19s. Train looks like just 117, a tough deflection again. Everybody wants the 1,000-point leg. Author says, okay. Oh, it's just a 7. Had a chance for the 9 in there, but tacks on 133 points. He says, I'll bring it to 1,000. Why not? Now Train coming right back. He's going to find at least 4. It is only 4 in the 17s, but over a 100-point lead now for Author. And look at those darts. He's starting to get dialed in there. Seeing some of the Author of old here as he finds 3 17s. Closes that right up.
Easy.
Now we'll see if Train can get back some points. That big 7 mark from Author is just pure punishment. Little bit of a nervy dart on that third one from Train. Couldn't get it out of his hand. That's the benefit of seeing the throw cam. We can see those pulled shanks. As there's a big dart from the Author again in the treble. Treble 18 to close it. Shake of the head from Train. And he's just in disbelief right now as he just pounds away again. Another treble. It's just going to be that treble, though, but he opens up another wedge. So far, every time he's done it, Author's been right there behind him to say no more. Oh, but that's a brutal deflection. Absolutely brutal. Was headed dead center of the 15 and hit off both darts, it looked like, and came out. And Train now looks to punish. Oh, he almost finds a 9. He's going to find 7. A huge bounce out there for the Author as Train with nearly maximum punishment comes in for 7 15s. Author, meanwhile, does close the 15s with his narrow lead and hits a treble 19. Treble right back for more points. Train again. What can he do? Puts the hands up like Krim, just saying, what do I have to do to beat this guy? He's back in the treble again. And it's another 7 mark round for the Train. Absolutely unconscious darts. 2 7s and 3 visits here. And it's still finding him behind. Can Author punish again? This time it's only 3 19s, but still the points climbing. An Author refusing to yield, but so is Train. It's a great battle. Oh, this time it's only 1 for Train. And now Author with the big lead. He still wants more points, though. Same strategy as before. 2 at the 19, 1 at the 16, but it's only 1 and 1 for him. the chat saying, yeah, cricket sucks, you know. Like, who likes watching this, you know? There's people battering trebles back and forth. Yeah, who likes that? Speaking of battering. Oh, and now Train has a treble 16 on the floor. It's just a 4 mark. Falling out of the board there was huge, but it is enough to take the lead back. And Author can only come back with 119. Train trying to claw his way back in, fighting. Still has work to do, but he's covered a lot of ground so far. He's in the treble again. This time, closing off the 18s. I like the move there, closing off a wedge. And he's in the lead. Author, though, back to 19s. He's just going to find 2. It's enough to put him on top, but now only by 7. Train hammers in some more. That looks like minimum 4. And it is 4 more 16s from Train. Now the lead has ballooned to 57. And Author says 57. That's how much a treble 19 is worth. Here, let me hit it. After all of this, we're tied at 855 apiece. Unbelievable. Train now deciding how does he want to play this. Big decision here. He's going to go for 19s. Oh my gosh. Oh no! Look how close all 3 darts are. Right next door with each, and it's a miss. Author, there's his points. He's just going to get right back into scoring and hit a single 16. So now he only needs 1 more 16, 2 more 19s. Jumps back on top, almost getting to 900 points now. And Train, once again, is in the treble. Oh no! No! Another one falls out. Oh, it's actually only a single. That was another treble on the floor. And Author, can he close? He can! 2 19s and the 16 to close. So Author will take a lead to the bull. He still has 19s open as well, and Train needs to come back on the bull. Looks like he is going to try to make it a bull race. He's going to start with just 119, so Author looking for 3 bulls. He's going to get some extra points first. Maybe he just wants the 1,000. Went for the bull on the 3rd. He's going to tack on 57, so he's very close to 1,000 now. Train going to go right to the bull. He says he needs the points now. Not going to find it, and Author just needs 3 bulls. There's a 19 to eclipse 1,000 points in this battle. 24 rounds. The Author's still over 3.0. He's over 1,000 points. Put a bull in there with the 19 as well. Unreal. Chat going crazy for the 1,000-point round. There's a 19 from Train. So he's almost got it to a bull race. Author just looking for 2 bulls. 1 more will do. Not yet. This marathon leg continues. Just an absolute battle. Train just needs an absolutely heroic effort now on bulls. He's going to find 2 of them there, but Author just needs 1 bull. Not yet. Train's still alive. Can he do the impossible? Good looking dart to follow there. Yeah, and he does for 3. Only 3. The way those darts were grouped. He's trying to get himself to 1,000. But Author's going to take it down with a bullseye. Game shot and the leg to the Author. 1,000 points. 1,000 points for Cricket. 76 darts. 1,000 points for the Author. Just a crazy leg. Author finds himself up 2-0 with the darts moving to 501. Game on! And the next match is going to start late. After that marathon, I didn't read any of the chat. People just going crazy mostly, as there's a good ton to start out for the Author, staying locked in. Everybody approving that the Author was a good guy to get to over 1,000 before he finished it out. There's a 60 from Train. We'll see if Train agrees. Ario27 says, how much higher can Crim's voice get? Oh, it can get higher, boys. 22, Roadhouse. I loved every second of that game, says Congra. King Rodge says he works at 3 a.m. Is it a max? Oh, it's just a ton 40, but still huge darts for Train. These guys are just slinging right now. There's a 60 from Author. Pitts 2 says, good news. You and Left Hand Hooligan will only last about 25 minutes. Train is just looking dialed in. His throw looks smooth. His groupings are pretty tight, even when he misses like that. Only 70 there. Author still looking in there as well. He'll find himself 45, so a decent start for Author, but Train out and running, and once again in the treble bed. He'll find himself a nice 97. Good cover shooting there, and he'll already be on a finish. And there's a ton 40 right back from Author. He says 134. Sure, sounds good to me. Train's got the first crack. Beautiful third dart from the Train to set up 36. Very nice math from him. Author 134. His will be off. Going to be 40 scored for the Author. He'll be sitting on 94, but first Train 36, double 18. He's going to find it on that first dart. Game shot in the leg to the Train. 16 darter to kick off the 501. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, buckle your seatbelts because we're going to just keep the gas pedal down the whole way. Please keep your arms inside the vehicle as we proceed. Train has the darts. Game on.
Por favor, manténganse alejado de los puertos.
Very nice. Very nice reference to those of you who ride the metro station. That's what they say. And another great start from Train as he comes out with a 98 to start. And Author, a good start as well. Looks like an 81 from him. So trebles, if you want one, just get in line right now. They're just handing them out. Everybody gets one. Trebles for everybody. And there's another one, 85 for Train. So he is keeping the heat on, and Author is up to the task. He's going to find 85 right back. Unbelievable performance so far by both of these players. I hope they can sustain. Another good looking dart from Train. I believe only 43 this time. Very close again. Not the Author's sister's in the chat. She's loving the double cams. Look at those darts. About as close as you can get for a 60. DeGrubs, that 16 darter is tied for a bonus point. That's right. Nooch had one earlier as well. So it's big points for Train there. As well, I thought the Author was about as close as you could get for 60. I'll take it back and say that might have been actually closer. And it's a 180. As if you didn't think a maximum was coming in this one, the way these gentlemen are throwing a maximum from the Author. A 180 to set up 95. Beautiful darts from him. I mean, it was just a lock that we were going to see a max. Train comes right back, nearly a 125. Looks like 85 from him. Oh, it is actually the 125. So he's on it. Author, they're double 19. Oh, and he can't take it out. He nearly took out the 95. Pop. He goes just inside. And now Train has a chance to take out 90. Oh, no. He's missed the big number there. Kind of a deflection off the flight. And it's only 24 for Train. Author now looks to clean up 19. He's going to do it on that third dart. Game shot and the leg to the Author. How's an 18 darter with a chance for 14 in it to back up the 16? 6 visits only, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we need to tidy up these 501 legs. Author back on track, up 3-1 with the darts. Game on. Holy smokes. Guys, King Rodge and Left Hand Hooligan play next. Can you believe what we're watching right now? There's a 60 there from the Author. The chat went crazy for the 180. Jules Echo talking about Train flexing. He was a fan. As there's 45. Yeah, just 45 there for Train. Mind the gap, says King Rodge. There's an 83 from the author. The sex, the wows, the pows, the 14 darter sweat was on. Pitts 2 saying he respected the 14. K-Ball 02, this match with the wow face. There's a 57 from Train. Pitts 2 says, yeah, just casually averaging 83 and 76. No big deal. just crazy standard right now. There's a 28 from the author. I have to pace myself. I'm going to be out of breath by the time the last match is on. There's just a 41 from Training. He loves sitting darts on that top of the treble 20 wire. And that looks like a 60 from the author. So a little bit of a slowdown here. DJ Mike Hughes says, Langolin. Like a sheep's wool? And just 45 from Train. So, yeah, he's off to a little of a rougher start. This is probably the longest stretch we've seen him go without a treble in a while. And Author, meanwhile, is right back in there. Oh, not able to keep it straight to set up the 170 attempt. But 83 to put him right on the precipice of scoring range. There's a 60 from Train, so he'll still be sitting well outside. Let's see how well Author can set up from 187. Nice 97 there. I'm not a big fan of the switch, but you hit the treble, and he's averaging 69, so in fact it is nice. And a little bit of a rough visit there from Train. Looks like maybe just 31. Author requires 90. Oh, he's going to set himself up on the Menser with a 62 scored. And big dart from Train trying to put some pressure on. It's going to be a 97. I'm sorry, 8. Yeah, 97 from Train. Yeah, 97 from Train. So he'll be sitting on 125, but Author looks for the Menser, double 14. Oh, no, he's gone into the 11. Oh, no, and then the treble 1. So now he'll be left on double 7 if he returns. Train going to adjust the math. He'll be sitting on 125. Is on. Oh, it hurts my soul. I thought he was going to go bullseye, bullseye for it. He went down to the 17. He still did put himself on top, though. Author looks for double 7. And he's going to find it on the second dart. Game shot and the leg to the Author. The justice of math has been served at the Author's bestowance. Is that a word? Yeah, I made it one. Double 7 taken out. Author 4-1. Train's got the darts. Game on. Another great leg in this match. Looks like a 41 to start from Train. Train got to be wondering what is happening. He threw a 3-0 in cricket basically, and has a 72 average and is down 4-1. Author finishing clinical. Author scoring very well. DJ Mike Hughes says, the Author in the study with a dart. As there's another 57 put in from the Train. And somebody's using what sounds like a stand mixer in the background. There's an 83 from the Author. It was like such a specific sound. Carruthers must be working on photo merchandise in the back. There's a 60 from the Train. Sorry, the door to the sweatshop popped open there for a second. As there's a ton from the author just back in there with the scoring. DJ Mike Hughes says it's only 7 minutes till the author's clock goes off. 43, I think, for Train. He's had a lot of those just close starts. The first couple legs, they were all going in. Now they're kind of just falling slightly short. And Author, meanwhile, just continues to pound. Another 140 for him. Just casually put in there. He is locked on the red bit. Train's finding that hole in the treble one again for another 43. Author 137. And he's going to score himself a 99 to set up the double 19 again. See if he goes right at it. Potential for the bonus point for the 16, so I suspect he might, even though Train's a bit back with 59 there. Author requires 38. Well, he's slipped into the 7 there. He wants a rascal. Inside, so he's left himself on 10 now. Train, though, not on a finish, so Author will return. Now Train is all around it again. Only 60, Author 10. He's going to find treble 18. That's a bit too many. And now Train, a chance to steal from 138. And it's off. And he'll put in another solid 60 there. Starting to knock on the door. Author looks for double 5. Now he's gone inside. Oh, no! And then he hit the double 1 to leave himself on 3. Disaster. Train looks for 78. Train not able to find any targets he was looking for. Looks like 30 scored, perhaps. Author requires 3.
Yeah.
Author not going to be able to check it out. Train's going to fix his score. It was a 30. Author did, though, manage to stay outside to not bust the madhouse. The PPR wrecker is here. Train requires 48. Double 16. Outside the double 16, Author can still escape this leg with the victory. Double 1. He's going to find it on that first start. Game shot in the leg to the Author. Train had got all the way down there to try to nick it. Could not. Author now up 5-1 in this one. Unbelievable performance still by both players here in the 60 range, even after that leg. Author's got the darts again. Game on. Still under 30 darts. Yeah, just a 28 darter with like 10 missed doubles. Yeah, he had a dart for 16 there. Did the Author as he puts in a 28 to start. Pitts 2 says, wow, when Author follows through, it's like a warp whistle into the triple 20. Speaking of warp whistles, there's a breakfast by the Train. Single 5, single 20, single 1. And here in the FODL, the first online dart league, when 5. When someone throws a breakfast, we ask an official breakfast question of you, the viewing audience. So I asked your favorite darts player in the first breakfast question. There's a 47 from Train. I now want to know, who is your least favorite darts player? Let me know in the chat your least favorite darts player. That's your official breakfast question. Nice recovery after the 5 from the Author to score an 81. And again, the 43 from Train. You know, he should just turn his dartboard a quarter inch to the right, and he'd be averaging 150. 60 there from the Author. He has hit that treble 1 right on the wire 7 or 8 times. He's going to try to find a way to straighten it out, get back into the treble 20. $45 there from the train. There's a couple answers already rolling into the chat. Congra says his least favorite is Barney. There's a 40 there from author. Ario27 says his least favorite player is Radar. There we go. There's a treble for the train. 83 for him. So hopefully that will be the one that gets him going a bit. Let's see. James Wade says Pitts 2. Ninja with the peg leg, Price. Too much of a hothead and too much bully-like behavior. Nice recovery on the third dart from author for 41. I knew that was a 41 the whole time. Train responds with a 45. King Rodge says Chris Mason. Repat says Wade. DJ Mike Q says Cali Kid. Just a random choice. Pearsode says Gurney. There's a 24 from the author. Yeah, not the author's sister says that guy that was trolling the chat earlier. Yeah. Where was he? Where would he be now with what we're seeing? Oh, a 180 would have been perfect there from Train. It's only going to be a ton. Thought it was a ton 40 at least. Thought he had the sweat. Still, good darts there to put himself on checkout position. Author getting a sip from that wonderful Miller Lite beverage.
Very quick dart repair.
Oh, doing some actual dart repair. I'll get back to the chat.
There it is.
There's the clock. There's the clock. Adnak, by the way, won 5-1. I honestly did not even pay attention that match was there. Is there another match on right now? I honestly don't even know. Let's look. Nope, just this one. Okay, the clock is done, and sounds like the repairs are finishing up there from the author.
Yep. Another 10 seconds.
Another 10 seconds there. King Ninja with the peg leg says, my other least favorite is this guy. I've heard of King Rodge. Apparently he hates charity.
Sorry about that.
Topical. Okay, author's got his dart fixed, and he's back. Looks like all fresh flights for the author. And maybe that's why. Nice ton. Now with the white flag flights on there. And we'll see what Train can do from 112. Looks like a 73 maybe? No, just 51 for Train. Author 122. And he's going to take it out. Game shot in the leg to the author. A 122 finish. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, my goodness. I was ready to throw all the crim eye rolls in the world in the chat because he started on 20s from 122. And all the things I said about justice being served for punishment, it's off the table. Author, a 122 checkout. Train has the darts. Game on. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm still going to put some eye rolls in, but that was beautiful math for the route he went. Author, I will say this about that shot. He knew what his targets were. So that is good planning from the author. Nice 91 to start for Train. So he did half the battle there. Knew that he had the treble 20 to leave 62, treble 10 for double 16. Pop, pop, pop. What a finish. Pitts 2 says, was reaching for crim eye roll, then gets his bonus point taken away by the 122 finish. Impressive checkout from the author. And who is this author? And where has he been all season? There's a 60 from the Train. Train's probably wondering that same exact thing right now. As author matches with the 60 of his own. That was an incredible finish. King Rodge is saying, where's the 156? It's coming. 97 there for the Train. Yeah, somebody said them flights. Oh, it was the author's sister. Them flights, though. Yeah. He's got 222. He takes a couple minutes, puts on the white flights. He says, you know what, I'll take out 222 and 6. That sounds good to me. And he finds another 85, so both players off and running here in this leg again. And waiting for the third dart to apparate. It's going to be 41 there from Train. And just 28 there from the author. Piersode says, this is terrible news from our relegation status. You know, it's probably not a bad thing. Train at 212. Let's see what he can do for his setup. That is a good-looking setup. Another ton for Train, just like the last leg. Ton from 212 to leave 112. We'll see if he can finish it up this time. 60 for the author will leave him outside, so Train's got 6 from here. Wow. Unreal. And then, of course, he misses into treble 8 there, because why wouldn't he? There's a 64 from Train. I think that's 60 from author as well. It is only 41. Train requires 48. He's going to find it on that third dart. Game shot in the leg to the Train. A tidy little 21 dart leg there. Nice bounce back after the finish from the author on that 122, the leg before. Train still in there fighting for every leg he can get. One more leg to go. Author has the darts. Game on. Congra saying that I'll be salty adding that checkout to the top 10. As I will watch it, I'll slowly die inside. That is a fact. Author is taking a sip of the beer. Author, it is your visit first.
I'm aware.
Oh, he's aware. Pearson says I'll make it number 10 out of spite.
There you go.
And there's a 7. Ninja with a peg leg says 100 plus checkouts, cool and all, but have you ever checked out on a double 4? Mwah. Chef's kiss. There's a 57 for the Train. You know, Congra has given me an idea there. It says make it number 11 and add it to the bad math. There's a 55. Maybe I should just do a video of bad math and just roast everybody for 10 minutes. It's like, hey, here's King Rodge needing to go for bullseye, and he doesn't, like an idiot. Oh, my goodness. Just for 10 minutes straight. Watch Krim roast people who can't do basic arithmetic. Okay, author's having a bit of a slow start there. There's a breakfast. I asked for your least favorite
It's your damn fault.
least favorite darts player for the breakfast question. There's a 81, I think, from Train. It is good 81 there. King Rodge says, I loved how you used me. Well, you were the first one that came to mind that did that twice in a row last week. There's a ton from the author, so nice bounce back visit for him. DJ McHugh says he's considered it and still says Cali Kid for his least favorite players. 41. My least favorite, I think, is Menser. There's a ton again from the author, back-to-back tons, because Menser is just so, like, deliberate and slow, and it's like he does it on purpose. There's another bounce out from Train, so just a 40 from him. So definitely Menser. I hate watching any match Menser is in, that's for sure. Another ton from author, 3 on the trot. Back-to-back-to-back tons. Pretty impressive, going full Tom Amansky right there. And they're back-to-back-to-back AAU national championships. 113 for author. Gonna be off. Gonna be very off. He'll be left with 86, but Train's not on a finish yet. think he did squeeze 60 in there. He did, so he is on the 138, author 86.
Man.
Oh, more rough darts from author as it's just 20, opening the door for Train at 138. And it's off. And he's going to find an 82. So pressure put on now to author requires 66. Man, if that went in, I would have lost my mind. Author 66 went for the 16 first, leaves tops. Train requires 56. He wants double 18. And he's going to find it on the third. Game shot in the leg to the Train. That dart dangling in there hangs on, and Train somehow salvages a 3-6 loss out of this one. Incredible darts from both players here. Just a 6 standard. Train is going to walk away with a 62 average. Author also over 60. We saw a maximum. We saw an incredible 122 finish. Great darts all around, a fantastic leg of cricket. Let's go to some post-game interviews now. We'll be starting here with the Train. I just got to find him. I lost his framing. There he is. All right, Train. So you came in knowing you've kind of been in a new spot. Never in your FODL career have you been in a potential relegation territory, I guess you could call it. You're sitting a little bit clear. You knew you had a big match coming in. What were your thoughts coming into the match, knowing how Author had played so far this season?
The last few times I played Author, it's not like I took him lightly. It's just he has my name, man. I don't know. He always he throws really good, and yeah, I'm just happy that I threw well. There was times where my scoring disappeared and his showed up and stole a leg on me here or there, but yeah, he's a good darter, man. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, I mean,
what was the average?
Yeah, 62, 60, yeah. Yeah, not too much you can really say.
I'm happy.
Not too much you can really say negative about that match. I mean, outside of maybe the 2 legs where you kind of lost sight of the treble for a bit, you bounced back nicely after them, though. I mean, what positives are you gonna take away from this match? You looked a little more honed in. It looked like you were finding more trebles and getting a little bit better rhythm than the last time we saw you on the dual cam. Is that something with the comfort of the dual cam, or were you just playing a little bit better darts today?
Yeah, I think I was. I've been practicing a lot. I've been throwing on the webcam and just random on the throw channel. I just need to get more reps against people, not bots. And I did a little bit of that this week. I need to do more. But yeah, it just comes down to just throwing the dart straight and the release point. You get that release point right, you can find the treble quite easily. And you can see in some of my legs, I kind of lost track of it. And he capitalized, so good on him.
Yeah, I mean, and you still were able to salvage a lot out of that match. I mean, the 16 darter, great darts in that leg to, we'll see in this next match if that holds for a bonus point, which is a sick thing to just say out loud. And you still salvaged at least 3 points there, I'm sorry, 3 legs. Next week, you're going to be facing off against the Nooch, and then you'll be closing the season with the Surgeon. So not an easy path for you to finish up your season.
Oh, perfect.
What are you looking forward to
what I wanted.
in those 2 matches?
100%. It's what I want. I'm gonna pull a King Rodge card here and say that's exactly what I want. I want the best competition, so I can light them up.
Well, Train, if you throw like you did tonight, you'll certainly be having a chance to light them up. Train, good luck the rest of the way. It's going to be a tight one down the stretch there in FODL A, so best of luck to you.
Thanks, Grim, and good game, Author.
Hey, great match, Train.
And
It's always a pleasure.
We'll now go over to the Author. So, Author, we've seen your ups and downs this season. You had a couple weeks away on the road board, back at home, and it seemed to help. Just talk about what happened in tonight's match that was different than the rest of the season, where you seem to find the game that we know that you have.
Yeah. So at the beginning of the season, I was using. I understand that the darts don't make the darter, but I do think that there's a confidence thing involved with that. And so at the beginning of the season, I was playing with my other set of Jockey Wilsons, and they were constantly just, no matter how hard I threw, no matter what, they would just fall out of the board. And I'd lose 60 points here, then 20 points there, and it drove me crazy. And so I switched to the Bristos for a while, and I don't know, just never quite felt right. And my season never, it just never progressed. And then whatever it was, my last FODL match, and then into the Q Cup 2, I switched to a different set of jockeys. I just got into a good mindset. I started watching, I think my confidence and interest level and all of it is directly correlated with the amount of darts content that I'm taking in. So I started watching documentaries and old matches and everything, and practicing, and my confidence came back. And even in the matches, like when I'm playing with guys, just in practice matches, even when I lose, I'm still seeing that it's an unbelievable improvement over where I was 3 weeks ago. And so I think that came into play in a big way tonight. I knew I needed, I believe I needed 9 points to at least be even with Rascal, I think. So I knew I needed 5 legs, and for the moment, I've got 6 and I believe 2 bonus points, 1 guaranteed. And I just kind of went into this knowing what I needed to do, and I guess just sort of executed. So.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And yes, certainly the 180 obviously isn't going anywhere. You and like 17 other people threw 7 marks as well. So as long as no one throws a 9, you can steal one there. And of course, for now, with 1 match remaining, that 122 is going to hold up. Let's talk about that 122. Big time checkout for you. I mentioned that it's not the normal Crim approved route. As
so what would be the Crim approved approach to that?
So 122, you'd want to start on the 18s. The reason being, if you hit a single 18, you have 104 left. You could still hit a treble 18 and have a chance for the bullseye. You go 20s there, and if you miss, then obviously your turn is over. Even if you hit a treble 18 on your first start, you still have the 70, so you can still hit a 20 for the bullseye.
If you don't miss.
Well, if you don't miss, we saw what happened there. So talk to us about that, because clearly you knew in your head, at least I thought you knew in your head, okay, my target is triple 20. If I hit that, I'm going to hit treble 10 and then double 16. So you planned out the turn at least, and you just hit it right there in rhythm, no hesitation. What was going through your head as you hit that finish?
So I did plan out the turn. However, the thing that I didn't do, I didn't plan for misses, which I got very lucky that I was able to knock that out. But I didn't, if I had missed any one of those darts, I would have stopped for at least a good 10 to 15 seconds to go, gee, where the hell am I throwing next? So I'm glad that I didn't. But, it was in that moment, I mean, it was just one of those, it's not one of those things that's at all cerebral that you have anything going through your head. It's just kind of you're locked in the zone, and it, it just kind of went my way. So.
Yeah, and I mean, perfect execution for the route that you went. No doubt about that. Next week, you're facing off against the Surgeon and then King Rodge. So not an easy path for you either, as you try to avoid relegation area, territory, sweating, whatever, in FODL A. What are you looking forward to in those upcoming matches?
Well, I'm looking forward to hopefully playing the way that I did tonight. Last time I played Surge, I believe it was the end of last season, it was one for the books. It went to a last leg decider, and it was some of the best starts I've played. I hope to do the same thing. My goal here is to obviously, I mean, it's to stay out of the relegation situation, and I know I'm right there right now. This tonight helps in a major way, and if I can sneak some legs off of both of those guys, drunkenly said that I was going to beat King Rodge on the podcast, which, come on now. But if I can sneak some legs off both those guys, I think that I'll put myself in an okay position. So, Surgeon, it's always a pleasure to play. King Rodge, I think the only time I've played him is in the Quarantine Cup this past weekend, which was a huge success. And if you haven't talked about it tonight already, you definitely need to. It was an enormous success. But that was, I think, the only time I've played him. And between that and just conversations we've had, separately, and conversations that he's had, somehow that guy, it's something Canadian in him. He is somehow an absolute bad guy and an absolute good guy. And so I'm looking forward to the competition and trying to take down a bad guy, but at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to playing against a good guy. So.
Well, it's going to be a fun match, and out of the 3 tough matches you had to finish down the stretch, got a good start on the first one to give yourself at least some hope there. Great darts tonight from both of you gentlemen. That was an extremely fun match to watch, and good luck to you guys the rest of the way.
Krim, I appreciate you, Caston. Thanks for taking the time with me to try and figure out the dual cam situation, because I'm kind of a dope. And
I couldn't help myself. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry, Arthur. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. It was too teed up. Great match there. We're already running 20 minutes behind. I had to get moving. I had to make an executive decision. Okay. Great match there. Incredible darts from Author and Train. Big win for the Author. You're looking at the standings here. We'll come back to them when we come back. More darts when we return here. Darts Night on Twitch. This is The Criminal. We'll be back. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here with the FODL. It's running a little behind, so I'm going to cut it a little short here. Author did make a great mention of the Quarantine Cup. If you didn't hear me talk about it last night, we raised over $7,000 for Feeding America this past weekend with a charity dart tournament. Lots of huge donations from many FODLers and fans alike. So huge shout out anybody watching right now who participated or contributed in any way. The FODL has now nearly raised $10,000 for various charities throughout the course of this year, with still a couple months to go to a couple weeks to go to maybe eclipse that $10,000 mark if we so choose and put our minds to it. Just incredible. So thank you to everyone there. Let's look at the standings. They're updated. So with that match, Author, well, he's technically in the playoff zone, but has to play King Rodge and the Surgeon down the stretch, so we'll see what happens there. Train has got himself 7 points clear of Laser Cap, but also has 2 tough matches down the stretch, so he is still not safe out of the playoff picture himself. But let's look to the top of the standings. And why are we looking to the top of the standings? Well, let's meet the players from our final match. That's right, it's King Rodge against Left Hand Hooligan. King Rodge from Niagara Falls, Ontario. Last season, first in FODL A. Last season, the champion of FODL A. That's why he's got a star on his player card. He's throwing 25-gram Target RVB Legacy darts. Hashtag sorry not sorry. Left Hand Hooligan from Frederick, Maryland. He was first as well in his division in FODL B. 22-gram Designer Elite 95s for him. Hashtag left is right. Back to the standings real quick. It's number 1 versus number 2 in this one, which could be a huge match for potential playoff seeding. And of course, the regular season crown as well. King Rodge currently down by 9 points. So he'd need to take a 6-3 win, or I'm sorry, a 7-2 win to eclipse that gap. 6-3 would close it, at least, to make it a little tighter. But this is the last match on the docket for this game week. And we've already seen a lot of these bonus points are pretty ridiculous. 7 mark has a bunch of people on it. That's definitely beatable. 3.51 will be tough to beat, but also beatable from Dilly. Nugent Train with 16 darters. Again, very good. Author and Surgeon are safe with their 180s. And Author's 122 checkout going to be also tough to beat. Let's look at the statistics. You don't have to go far down the page to find where these two players sit on the stats page. In cricket, they're number 1 and 5. Left Hand Hooligan tops in the league. He's over 3.0 average, 3.10. Rodge is 2.84, good enough for 5th overall, which is just stupid in its own right. Treble and bowls, 25% for Left Hand Hooligan and nearly 20% 5 marks. It's just insane. He's won 88% of his legs. Rodge has won 69% of his legs. Nice. In 501, King Rodge is number 1 and Left Hand Hooligan is number 2. Rodge averages a 65.65, Hooligan a 63.24. The first 9s are insane, both in the mid-70s there. Finishing has been very good as well. Scoring all across the board, very, very good 501 players here. And look at their legs win. That reflects that as well. Both of these players are winning over 70% essentially against the rest of FODL A, which is just insane. But now they got to play each other. So one of those percentages is going to have to yield one way or the other. We're going to bring our players' audio back into this as I can feel my voice already starting to go. I'm not sure how I'm going to yell very much during this match, but we'll find a way. We got King Rodge on the left, Left Hand Hooligan on the right. It's going to be another FODL A division matchup. That means 9 more legs of darts. Getting started a little bit late, but these guys will play pretty quick, I'm sure. Sorry for keeping them waiting with that last match. Looks like Left Hand Hooligan has won the darts, so if our players are ready to go, we can get darts underway. Players, are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, they are both ready to go. The chat is still ready to go. We got 40 viewers out there still hanging with us late at night on the East Coast. Appreciate that. King Rodge on the left, Left Hand Hooligan on the right. Number 1 versus number 2, and Hooligan has the darts first for cricket. Game on.
All the best, King Rodge. You will, man.
Be great, Hooli.
And there's King Rodge with his classic "be great" comment. And we are underway. Going to be tough to live up, really, to that previous match we just watched. Was incredible, but there's a nice, tidy 3-mark start for Left Hand Hooligan, closing off 20s. And that's going to be 5 19s, so Rodge quickly underway. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's throwing the lighter darts again, the lighter RVBs, not the 25s. They look pretty thin to be 25 grams. So I'm going to say that those are, I think he said 18-gram variety. There is just a single 20 from Hooligan there. Congress says, it's okay, I won't need to yell, these guys suck. Now, Congress said that. I want everyone to remember that. And King Rodge going to go right after the 20s after a little bit of a slip up from Hooligan and punish. He's going to close off those 3 20s. Law Dart says, just joined, what's going on? Who won the prior matches? Who is this caster? Is he new? A savage from the Law. Left Hand Hooligan. Maybe trying to find a way around those darts, but he's going to find 5 18s. So good start on that 18 wedge there. The Law, you missed an incredible match from the Train and Author, and a great match between Fireman and Madman as well. Wow, Rodge somehow fits that 3rd dart into the treble himself. A very impressive 5 mark on the 19s. That's going to add 95 points to his score. And here we go with maybe the early points battle. Though again, just 2. And I say just 2 because the way this match goes, 2 might not be enough. As that opens the door for Rodge to try and close. Which, again, he's going to do. So 3 more 18s, and Rodge is off to a 4.0 start here through 5 rounds, and forcing Hooligan again to move. And is the 3rd in there? It is. So Hooligan does manage to open up that 17 wedge. Rodge missing the wedge with his first start of the leg so far. Is only going to be able to find 2. So a 2 mark from Rodge opens the door for Hooligan. We'll see what Hooligan can do with it. And that's how you go through an open door. 5 17s from Left Hand Hooligan puts him now in the lead over Rodge. who comes right next door on the treble 19. That second dart looks to be in there, though. But I think that's it. Just the treble 19. It is a treble 19, though, so huge to put him back on top. But Hooligan with that 5 mark closing the gap. And just going to be a single 17 there this time from Hooligan. So once again, opening a door for punishment. Looks like people in the chat discussing the FODL A playoff implications. It's going to be a fun one. There's another big round from Rodge. Treble 19, single 17 to close off, get the points, enough to put him on a 2-point advantage, and enough to force Left Hand Hooligan again to move. And again, pretty tight grouping from Lefty, but only going to be 3. So not able to get the points, just able to open the wedge. Oh, and this is big from Rodge. Big from Rodge was nearly a 9-mark round, I believe. I think he did hit that treble 19. No, he didn't. It was a treble 3, actually. But still, closed off the 16s with the treble. Huge dart there and started on the 15s. But Hooligan's going to come right back. Oh, that's huge! Huge darts from Left Hand Hooligan. 4 15s to take the lead. Treble 19 to close and punish. What a dart from Left Hand Hooligan. Oh, my goodness. Forcing Rodge to the bull behind for the first time in the leg. And he's going to start with just the single. All of a sudden, Left Hand Hooligan only needs 3 bulls to take this leg from nowhere. Oh, he's not going to be able to close. He got 1 bull, 115. Rodge has been deadly on these bulls in previous legs. Oh, he had, looks like 3 bulls there. It was 3 bulls, not quite enough to take the lead. Still down by 3. Hooligan needs 2. That's 1. And there it is with a bullseye. Game shot and the leg to Left Hand Hooligan. A huge 7 mark to absolutely flip that leg on its head at the final hour. An assassin in the treble 19 and then cleans it up on the bowl, a 3.5 MPR. And Hooligan from nowhere takes a very impressive first leg of cricket. Rodge will have the darts here in the second. Game on. Oh. FML, I apologize to the neighbors. I screamed pretty loud right there. It looks like 2 20s to start from King Rodge. That was an incredible shot. I was wondering if he was going to go for it there. In my opinion, it was the correct choice to do so. And he not only went for it, Left Hand Hooligan hit it. And this time he's just going to match with 2 20s, though. Lots of wows. Holy sex, that's sick. Boom. Wow, tight leg. What a sick cricket leg.
Wow.
Wow, high quality. Wow, and speaking of wow, King Rodge can't close the 20s. Is the king shook? Probably not, but it wasn't a great visit there. And luckily for him, Hooligan not able to really punish too much as he just finds 2 20s of his own. Pitts2 is in the chat saying provisionally shook. So we'll keep an eye on that. As just 2 19s here. So, well, we had a great first leg of cricket. What more can we ask for? There's Hooligan. He's going to try to get it going. Treble 19 with that first start. Almost finding treble 18 on the third, but there's a 4-mark round. Closing off 19s before Rodge can get any points going. And Rodge off to a bit of a sluggish start here. Got to start finding it quick before Hooligan starts to run out a lead. That does look like it's going to be 3 18s all touching that top wire, but only 3. And Hooligan nursing this 20-point lead. That looks like it's going to close on the first start. And he'll add some more to the lead with the third. So treble 18 to close, single 17 to start there, and a 20 to extend. And now it's Rodge moving down to 17s. He'll find 3 of them. So once again, Rodge is able to close off the wedge, but Hooligan's right behind him to try to close before Rodge can score, and he will. And I think he threw out the bowl on the third dart, was fortunate to miss excuse me, into the 19. So a little bit of extra points, and Rodge is going to skip 16 and 15. He's going right to bull, and this is why he goes right to bull. That's a great start. That might be a 4-bull round there from King Rodge. Great start on the bull, and it is 4 bulls from King Rodge. Huge start there, and he can now start scoring at 25 at dart, but Hooligan's unfazed. He's going to close off 16s, start on the 15s as well. This is just ridiculous, as expected. Rodge back at the bulls. Super close starts there. Might only be 1. It is 2, so he did get that first one in there as well. That's enough to give him back the lead. Unfortunately for him, Hooligan has a lot of wedges open on which to score, and he's going to use 2 of them, the 20 and the 19, just next door on that treble 15. Rodge is back at it on the bulls. He's going to take the lead with a bull, and now he's closed off the 20 and the 19 from Hooligan, so it's Rodge looking to come from behind this time. He's actually got a 2-point lead right now. But Hooligan, again unfazed. He's going to close off 15s first. And then a huge treble 16 on that third dart. Tacks on 48 points. Maximum punishment issued from Hooligan there with that third. Forces Rodge to go back to the center, but he's remaining locked in there. He's going to get 2 bowls and a 15 to start to close. We're going to have another back and forth match here, obviously. Hooligan went to try to maybe close bowls first. Oh, that is an impressive third if that's in the treble. It is in the treble. 4 16s from Hooligan. I don't know how he snuck that dart in there. Somehow managed to do it. Wow. Meanwhile, Rodge, 2 darts in the same hole just outside, so only 1 in the bowl. And now Hooligan has a little bit of a cushion here. You can hear him talking to himself. There's a bullseye. 1 more will do. He's going to take it with bullseye. Game shot in the leg to Left Hand Hooligan, cinching up the cricket there. Bullseye to sweep another 3.3, so a 3.5 and a 3.3 in those 2 legs of cricket for Left Hand Hooligan. Insane darts to start this off, and we're going to move to 501 with Lefty having the throw. Game on. Holy smokes.
Rodge's warm-up's over.
I'm like sitting here. I usually take notes during the matches and write down what I think are potential bonus points and highlights. And so far I just wrote first leg of cricket and then I just wrote second leg of cricket. So I'm just going to pick and choose out of that as Hooligan has the darts here in now 501. He's going to kick it off with a 45. Let's see. In the chat there, punishing, says Pearsode. Shit, says Pitts 2. Pearsode 1, geez, Rodge is good on the bull. Pitts 2 says, yeah, he's so filthy. That, I think, is a 45 from Rodge to match. Nice start, says Doughboy. Pitts 2 says he missed the first bull, yet you still somehow knew the 3 were coming. Nice cover shot there from Left Hand Hooligan, 96 for him. The Law Dart says, man, imagine averaging 3.3 and losing 2 legs. That's gross. Law Dart's rooting for King Rodge, despite Rodge hating charity. It's interesting decision there from normally the charitable Law. There's a 46. Oz is live is in there. Hey, fellas. What's up, Oz? And a bit of a slow start to this leg for Rodge as well, but also a bit of a slow one for Hooligan, just 44 there. That is at least some straighter darts. I think it is in the treble. It is. It's a ton from King Rodge, sneaking it into the corner, navigating through those spinning flights somehow.
They got out of the way.
They get out of the way for him. He says, the king is coming, and they part the seas. That looks to be a 61, just missing that treble 19 there from Hooligan on the cover. And that might be 99 there from Rodge. It's only 59, so second dart was a little low. And both players mid-60 averages, as we could expect. Both players approaching finishing at the same time as we can expect. And speaking of the bull, that's some nice math there from Hooligan. He'll score a 105 to set himself up for 150. We'll see if he wants to go bullseye, bullseye, bullseye. And nice cover shooting from King Rodge as well for 92. So he's going to put himself on a bogey, but not really much he could do about it at that point. Hooligan requires 150, and it's off. He'll put in a 57 there, so put himself on 93. Rodge from 159 cannot finish. He'll put a nice 99 in there, though, to leave him on a 2-dart combo. But first, Left Hand Hooligan, 93. Oh, wanted trouble 14, found trouble 11 next door. He'll set himself up for tops, but Rodge looks for 60. Oh no, Rascal saying no. This time, stingy again is Rascal. No one's hit one yet tonight. Hooligan looks for tops. That's a great guide. And he uses it on the third. Game shot on the leg to Left Hand Hooligan. Amazing marker with the first start. Somehow came right next to it with the second, but uses them to perfection on the third, and it's 3 on the trot for Left Hand Hooligan right now, making an early statement in this contest. We'll see if Rodge can get on the board. He'll have the darts in this leg. Game on. And Rodge is averaging 69. Nice. And a good start of a ton there for King Rodge. It's pretty impressive that he can stack his darts on top of themselves like that, given how high they stick up. Very Adrian Lewis entry angle, yet still somehow to sneak that dart over the top is it's pretty impressive. I can't do that. There's a 24 from Left Hand Hooligan. Law asking why Rodge's darts are flight spin. He's using spinner shafts. So what happens is the flight spins to get out of the way. There's a 29. As there he's demonstrating like a little pinwheel. And that's just going to be 40 there from Hooligan, so a slow start for him.
No.
Oh, it's just a 140 for Rodge. Had the 180 sweat. I'm secretly low-key glad he didn't hit it because I don't know if my voice can handle it, but I would have gone for it nonetheless. But still, big darts, 140 from King Rodge. Hooligan having a rough start to this leg. He's just got 47 there, so he's only off to a 37 first 9. Meanwhile, Rodge off to a 90 first 9. And maybe thinking about where he wants to go with this dart. Hey, good math there from King Rodge. Look at him. Using the bowl to set up the 167. Very nice setup game there from Rodge, and he's going to give himself a chance for a high finish.
I'm learning.
Hooligan a little better there with the straighter dart, so 58 for him, but Rodge 167. And it's off. Oh, was right next door to that treble 17. Would have been a perfect setup. 89 scored instead. Still, though, no pressure in this leg whatsoever from Left Hand Hooligan, who's well back. Just having one of those legs right now, and meanwhile, Rodge is throwing a great one. That looks to just be maybe 45 from Hooligan. So minimum 6 darts from 78 for Rodge. He'll be looking for tops.
Yeah.
And he's going to find it. Why not? Game shot and the leg to King Rodge, taking out the 78 18-darter to get himself on the board. And we'll see if that gets him going, as Hooligan had a bit of a struggle in that leg. Hooligan, though, has the darts to try and recover. Game on. It's amazing what the FODL has become. And someone throws a 78 finish on cast. I'm like, well, that's like the 10th best checkout I've watched on cast this week. That is just a testament to the quality of the FODL players so far. I mean, the highlight video for this week, I already have double the notes I've ever taken for highlights. It's just going to be ridiculous. As a couple next door trebles there. So it looks like 37 for Rodge. Yep. All around the treble for Hooligan, but at least showing a little better fight in this leg than he did the previous so far. Lost in the chat says, one time I had a 40 finish. That looks like a ton from Rodge, and it is. He's averaging 69 again. Nice. See if Hooligan can find a treble. There's just a 60 for him there. Brain26 is in the chat. Welcome, Brain. One of our darters. It's just going to be a 28 there from King Rodge. Crim breathing heavy. Yeah, I mean, my voice is shot. All I've eaten today is cereal.
What's going on?
There's a 41 from Hooligan, so kind of rough. And meanwhile, Rodge right back in there, relentlessly pounding away here as he's starting to heat up. There's a ton. I did move my microphone placement, so that could be why. Oh, is that a 171 from Hooligan? It is 171 for Left Hand Hooligan. He makes the move to go down to the 19s, and it's a brilliant one as he pounds in a 171 maximum on the 19s there to set up the 110. Rodge came back with a 65 it was. Hooligan requires 110. Double 18. Oh, he can't take out the ton plus finish, but he'll be sitting there on double 18. He will return. Rodge still not on a finish yet. He'll be on one now, though, with a 97 score to put a little bit of pressure on, and now Hooligan looks for double 18. Double 9.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. Right next door. On the wire, busting, and Rodge can punish here with 74.
Fucker.
Oh, no, he misses the big number and then just kind of throws away the third to just score 18. And Hooligan, meanwhile, is back looking for 36. It's inside again, double 9. He will find it this time. Game shot on the leg to Left Hand Hooligan. Just a casual 23 darter this time, but finding that tricky double 9 there to salvage and get back on track after Rodge had a very, very nice previous leg. It's now 4-1 in favor of Left Hand Hooligan. Rodge still can win it, but he'll need to take the rest of the legs. He'll have the darts. Game on. There's a 47. The law said he can actually hear me tonight. Yeah, as I was saying there before that 171 came in, I moved the microphone closer to myself. I mean, I bought a nice microphone. There's a 121 from Left Hand Hooligan. At least, well, I wouldn't say like a super nice microphone, but I mean like a $60 microphone. It's not studio quality, but it's good enough for my purposes. There's a ton from Rodge. So I did move it closer. The first time I was using it, I had it on the other side of my keyboard, so it was about maybe 2 feet away, and I was kind of turning my head and not speaking directly into it. So I have moved it closer, and occasionally sometimes I lean in, so you might hear me breathe. There's a 31 from Hooligan. So that's why, if you hear my breathing, it's because I'm right up on the mic now, which I hope has made for better audio. There's a 40 from King Rodge. Wait, did Don Shula die? Was he alive? There's a ton from Left Hand Hooligan. So right back on track, and now both players seem to be throwing a little better in this leg at the same time. Oh, 55 maybe? Oh, just 45 there for Rodge. And we'll see if Hooligan can get to a finish first.
Oh, come on.
Oh, Don Shula died back in May. Yeah, I thought I had heard him dying. I don't know. I'm not up on top of who's dead or not. There's a 35 from Hooligan. Hey, nice switch there from King Rodge. Good math again. He's set himself up again, not on a bogey, on the fish. And he will have a shot at it. Let's see how much pressure Hooligan will put him under. That looks like a 56 scored from Left Hand Hooligan. So he did get himself onto a finish, but King Rodge, 170. And it's off. But a good recovery on the third dart to score a 78. Hooligan, 158 now. It's also going to be off. But a nice cover shot there from Hooligan. 94 scored for him to put him on the 64. Pressure's on Rodge for 92. Double 16. He's going to find it. Pop, pop. Game shot and the leg to King Rodge. 92 into for the King. Beautiful checkout there from King Rodge. 92 with the pressure on. Very nice finish to take it now 2-4 in favor of Hooligan. Hooligan has the darts. Game on. Just a casual 92. After the end of every leg, I go to my notepad and add that there's another potential highlight. And it's just the life that I live. I'm going to have a lot of video footage to sift through for this week's video, which I approve of. There's a 96 from Hooligan. Good cover shooting again to get started. The chat loved that one. As looks like an 81 from Rodge. Nice poppity pop, nice finish, nice 92. Very nice, his Oz. The Law says, imagine how good Left Hand Hooligan would be if he was right-handed. There's a 60 there from Left Hand Hooligan. There's a left-handed bird for you, The Law. There's a 60 from King Rodge. Law puts a smiley face in there. Law is very safe to talk smack to Left Hand Hooligan, as the two will not be meeting in a contest for a while. 85 there for Hooligan, so back to scoring for him. I mean, look at the standard in this. It just feels casual with these two darters throwing, but it's a 72 average for Rodge, a 62 average for Hooligan. There's a very tight 60 for Rodge. And it just feels like we should expect it. And it's just incredible how far the FODL has come. Players like this elevating everybody's game, not just their own. But we're seeing multiple players now in the A division pushing that 60-plus average. There's a 45 from Hooligan. And really, if you're in the A division and you're not throwing a 60 average, you're going to lose a lot of legs. There's a 59 from King Rodge. So he's getting close to checkout range, but Hooligan will have the first crack to set up a finish. Well, 45 there for Hooligan will give him a run for the big fish now. King Rodge back at 241 looking for a treble. He'll find he'll go with the bullseye to set up a finish. That'll work as well. Why not? But Hooligan first, 170. And it's off. There's a 60 there from Left Hand Hooligan. I've been asked to ask Left Hand Hooligan who carried him in cricket tonight. I think that might be a reference to something. 151 for Rodge will be off. Oh, but a great effort for setting up there. Rodge will be left on 68, Hooligan 110. It's on.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh, no! It's a bust for Left Hand Hooligan. He went to the 18s. He's saying it. That's why you go to the 10s there. He's going to bust it. Rodge looks for 68. He'll have a chance for the bullseye. No, he's not going to be able to find the bullseye, but he did give himself a shot at it at least. Hooligan again for 110. Well, this time finding treble 5. And not able to find that treble 19 to follow. So, bit of a weird third dart in there. He'll be scoring 36. Rodge looks for 37.
Yeah.
He'll clean it up in 2. Game shot in the leg to King Rodge. Break of throw there in 23 darts. That bust, unfortunate, from Left Hand Hooligan, opening up the door for Rodge, who has closed the gap 3-4, and we're now back on throw. Rodge with the darts. Game on. DeGrub saying fail of the week? Could be. We had another bust, was it last night or Monday as well? We had a couple busts on big finishes like that. There's a 60 from Rodge. The law puts the deflated crim eye rolls in. Good third dart recovery there from Hooligan for 85. I mean, we're just tracking towards the last leg decider, right? I mean, that was probably agreed upon for these two players before they started. There's a 45 from Rodge. But yeah, those of you at home, when you're on those big combination finishes, at our level of darts, where when I say our level, I mean players who average between 50 to 70-ish, we're not quite good enough to safely hit that single every time. So you might as well take the sweat out of it. You go for 10 there. If you hit treble 10, you're still okay. You hit treble 18, you bust. So you just give yourself a bigger target by going to the 10 on those big combos so you don't end up busting a 100-plus score. That's the reason behind it. There's a 60 from Rodge and a 41 from Left Hand Hooligan. Now, the other part of it is on 110, realistically, you should probably be starting on the 19s. That's a story for a different time. There's 47.
19s.
Hey, you want to start on the 19s there, so if you slop into the 3, you still have a chance to go treble 19 for bullseye. You slop on the 20, you can't miss either direction. Your turn is dead. There is a 44 from Hooligan. And either way, you're just one treble and a single away from a finish. There's a 59 there from Rodge. Personally, for myself, treble 19, it's going to leave you 53, so you can just go 17 for double 18 from there. And if you hit a single 19, you go treble 17 for tops. So no matter what, your second dart's at the 17 anyway. That's what I like about it. Good cover shooting there from Hooligan to get himself to a finish. He's averaging 69. Nice. And 96 gets him to the 155. There's a 30 from King Rodge. Hooligan, 155. And it's off. Congress says you go bull 10 bull. Darts Rule 3 is in the chat. He's saying spam this clown to help Hooligan drown. No, I didn't read that sentence before I said it out loud. Okay, looks like he's a King Rodge fan. Darts Rule 3, King Rodge fan. There's a 95 from Rodge. He'll set up 105. Hooligan, 111.
Oh, you kidding?
Oh, no, he's missed the big number again. This time, at least he didn't bust, though, so he did recover to set himself up for tops, but couldn't find the 11. King Rodge, 105. It'll be off now for Rodge, as just 45 for him leaves him on the 2-dart combo. Hooligan looks for 40. He's going to find it on that second. Game shot on the leg to Left Hand Hooligan. Another brilliant use of the marker dart there. Clinical. Tops he wants. Tops he gets. Hooligan, 5-3, secures a victory over King Rodge. King Rodge finding the second ever loss, I believe, now in his photo career. Third ever loss, perhaps. Wow, he's just losing all the time. Hooligan has the darts. Game on. That's right. Thomas said that. Law Darts says GG, throws 40 bits in there. Thank you very much, Law Darts. The Music and Sportsman is in there. Thank you for joining us. What's up, Music and Sportsman? How you doing? He says, yo, what's up? Pitts 2 gifting some subs. Music and Sportsman getting one of those gifted subs. Congratulations to you. Thank you very much, Pitts 2. That rhymed. There's a 57 to start from Hooligan and a ton to start from King Rodge. DeGrubs with 100 bits in there. Oh, sorry. Law didn't throw any bits. Pitts 2 threw the bits. You guys were the same color, so it threw me. And speaking of throwing me, there was a chance for a maximum there from Left Hand Hooligan. 121, though, still huge. Brain26 says he needs to get into this league. Yeah, I feel like the last thing we need is another player that can just kick my ass at darts. There is just a 21 as we have a dart on the floor there from Rodge. Unfortunate. Ugly indeed, as just 28 to follow up the 121 opens the door back up for Rodge. Pitts 2 also gifting a Tier 1 sub to Shadow Tilt. Thank you very much, Pitts 2. There is a 60 from King Rodge. We got a lot of viewers. We got 43 viewers right now watching this contest, and deservedly so. These guys are going back and forth. 59 there from Left Hand Hooligan. Slinger. Savage. I had said I didn't want anybody else to join the league that was better than me, and Slinger's like, that's like the whole league at this point. It's a 60 from Rodge. Sad but true. Sad but true. I remember when I used to average 57 and I was good. There is a 36 from Hooligan, so he just wanted to set himself up on a nice even 200. As a 60 put in there from Rodge, he says, I'll take an even 200 too. Why not? So 200 apiece. Let's see who's got the better setup game here. Fireman said he's ready to play me and see. Looking forward to it, man. Wow, look at the grouping there from Hooligan, but it's only for 60. Not rewarded with any of those great darts. Let's see if Rodge can find the treble. He can. That's just begging for another as well. Oh, he clips the dart a little low, so it's only a ton. Slice the 200 in half. Hooligan, though, looks at 140 for a big finish. It's going to be off. Wow, great third dart to find a ton. Brilliant deflection there to set up a finish. Rodge 100. Oh, no. Disaster. Finds the one. Can't check out. He's going to set himself up on tops, though, as well. Hooligan, though, 3 darts first. To the Rascal. It's another good marker.
No.
Oh, it's inside! Rascal saying no to Team Big Body. Can you believe it? Now King Rodge looks for 40. And he will find it on that second dart. Game shot and the leg to King Rodge. We finish it 4-5 because why not? Another incredible FODL darts showing. Both players over the 60 average. And just some more insane darts in this one. 501 was just back and forth. Cricket was absolutely bonkers as well. So we're going to go to some post-game interviews here. Excuse me, the chat already going crazy, saying how much they love that game. Let's start with King Rodge. So King Rodge, we kind of build this as a potential finals preview coming in. You guys are obviously sitting 1 and 2 in the standings. If you really wanted a shot to have kind of that regular season crown, you kind of knew you were going to have to come in and get off to a good start and get some big legs here. Did that put any extra pressure on you during those cricket legs? Is that any reason why Hooligan came out and was able to get the sweep, or was he just throwing the better darts during that portion of the match?
Nah, he did great in cricket. He was killing it. He was hitting a lot more trebles than I did. And if you hit more trebles, typically you win more games. I was slightly better on the bull, but even when he needed to get down there, he got the job done. So, I mean, first in the league in cricket, and it shows. The guy's a shooter for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's really tough to say you did anything wrong when you throw like a 3-0 yourself and your opponent's just throwing 3 5s casually. It took you a while to kind of get your feel going a little bit there in 501. He's got a Hooligan shirt on as well. Respect to the game for that. It seemed to take you kind of a bit to find the rhythm there. Did you have any extra pressure feel? Like, were you thinking, oh boy, I could end up on the wrong side of a big loss? Any of those thoughts come into your mind, or did it just kind of take a little bit longer to settle in? Then once you did, it was all good to go from there?
No, it's not the extra pressure. It's the lack of liquor. I ran out of whiskey early, and I think that affected me.
Yeah.
I think I might be an alcohol player now. I mean, it gets the muscle loose, it gets the pain out of the shoulder, and gets me throwing better. But I mean, I banged in like 6 180s in practice, so I mean, there's no real excuse. I played well, 68 average, so just you got down to the double and took it out. Great job.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of said it there, 68 average, not really much that you did wrong really at all. It's not like you missed doubles, not like you didn't have any good scoring. It was all there, just couldn't quite put it together because Left Hand Hooligan was putting pressure on you. Let's talk about this match in terms of the scope of the bigger season. Last season, you came through the FODL undefeated, whole way, no blemishes on the record. I think this is the 3rd loss now this season. We're coming up to the final end of the season here. You got Laser Cat and Author. So 2 matches that you'll probably be heavily favored in. What do you need to do to get yourself back into the shape, into the form that you wore last season to kind of get that undefeated mindset back? Or do you think that has kind of worn on you, the fact that people have beaten you and shown that, oh, he is human after all?
Now, I think the fact that I went undefeated was a fluke, honestly. Probably shouldn't have happened, but it did. And no, to the 2 guys coming up next, I just got to get as many legs as I can on them. Can't let up off the gas once I get my foot on their throat. Just kind of press down and break them. I need 36 points. 36 points keep me in second, keep me with that first round bye, and 1 less game to play in the playoffs, and one leg closer to the championship.
Yeah, I mean,
if I see this guy in the championship, what side's he on? If I see this guy, it's going to be a really good match for sure. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the quality of the players that'll be in the playoffs for FODL A, retaining that bye is a huge step, because that means you're not going to have to face, Train, Surgeon, Dilly, Slinger, DeGrubs, whoever's going to be in there, Nooch as well. So out of those guys, no easy cakewalk. So King Rodge, good luck the rest of the way to retain that 2nd place position. I personally hope you get 2nd place so we could have you guys potentially face off again in the finals, which would be exciting. This was a great contest for you, and good luck the rest of the way, King Rodge.
Yeah, thanks for casting, and great shooting, Hooligan. Awesome.
Nice match, King Rodge. That was a lot of fun.
And we'll go over now to Hooligan. He's got Rodge's name on his shirt as well, so I respect both players wearing each other's swag in their own way. So Left Hand Hooligan, you came in sitting top in the league so far in this one, and you knew that really the only way that you get caught is if Rodge comes out and beats you. Did you have that in the back of your mind at the beginning of the match as you wanted to put some pressure on in cricket?
Not really. I actually, today, for the first time, I looked at the standings, and I saw that I have DeGrubs up next, who's been beating everybody. And King Rodge, I mean, I knew this match was, this was the match I was looking forward to the whole time. And we played in the rookie time of the rookie season to get in, and we had a good match. It was a 4-3 match. I was looking forward to this one. I'm sure he was as well. And it was a good match. It was everything it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, just back and forth with both of you. I want to start with the cricket because you've been the best cricket player all season long. I don't think anybody could argue that, and you showed why tonight. Talk about those clutch shots and what you're able to do during cricket to dig down deep and find those big darts in the big moments and not have the nerves affect you, because you came out with the huge 7 mark in that first leg, huge clutch darts on the bull with Rodge breathing down your neck in the second as well. Was that something that was an emphasis for you to try to come out and sweep cricket, or did it just happen to go that way?
It just happened to go that way. In fact, Rodge started off in that first cricket leg. I didn't think I was going to be able to catch up, and I was able to catch a few triples and chip back away. I think I hit 5 18s, and he shut him down. I hit a couple 17s, and then he shut those down. So it was just, and then the final 7 mark, the 4 15s, and then going back to 19s. I think, just sticking to the strategy on that shot. I mean, you can't force the dart to go into the triple 19 on that last dart. It's just the correct shot. I hit 4 15s to take the lead, and I could have stuck one more, try to go for 45 more points, but then that would have let Rodge, throw a 5 to 7 mark on 19. So I took the chance to close that down and was able to hit it. So that was, I think, like I say, just sticking to the strategy that you normally throw with, and trusting that the darts are going to be there when they have to be is all you can do. And it happened to work out.
And it was pretty much perfection in that visit. You already mentioned it. You got DeGrubs, and then in the final week, the jig to wrap up the season. You're sitting in the number 1 spot. Got to have a lot of confidence coming in off this match. What are you looking forward to in those next 2 contests?
I just don't want to have a letdown now. From here on out, it's nothing but quality shots. So getting into the playoffs, there's not going to be anyone you can slack off on. So luckily, I've had a lot of things going on, a lot of leagues going on, and they've all come to an end now. So it's coming down to, I'm focused on FODL now, and then if Rodge can make it to the final, I'm going to be there waiting for him.
Uh-oh. Sorry, everybody else in FODL A. Now he's focused on FODL. Great match from you guys tonight. Just incredible darts from both of you. And, of course, as we expected, lived up to everything we could have asked for. Good luck to you guys the rest of the way. And if I don't see you each personally again, happy holidays. Be safe here during this holiday season.
Yeah, happy holidays, Krim. Thanks for casting. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Rodge,
Great.
we'll see it again.